Welcome to Grimm Stadium here for the District 8 5A game between Texas High Tigers and the Nacogdoches Dragons. The first thing I have to do, if you can see, is I got to send my mother the link to the game so she can watch this on the live stream. Just for any of you guys that are watching, we have a real treat tonight for you. We've got the former Texas High alum quarterback Cody Reese with us tonight, the Conway Bears assistant tight ends coach. Ain't y'all the Bears?
The Bears.
The Bears. Yeah, so we got Cody in. He'll start with me tonight until Billy gets off the field. Always happy to have a former Texas High alum, especially quarterbacks, because they get special treatment anyway. And so, Cody, we're blessed to have you, man. Tell us about your senior night, some things about that you remember. Because, like I said, right now, me and you are both washed up has-beens. We're T-High alum. You're in the same category as me now. How was your senior night here?
It was good, man. I'm going to be honest, I don't really remember who we played because I didn't play that game. So, yeah, I remember walking with my family. It was just a moment that you'll never forget.
Yeah, for sure, especially in 2002. I remember we played Pine Tree, beat them 34-14. I still don't know how we gave up 14 points, but that's neither here nor there. But for all of you that are tuning in tonight, we got our band out there rocking. We got the student section gearing up, our Palm squads down there, the drill team, cheerleaders. Everybody's getting ready to go for the senior night. We just had the introductions going on, and super excited to bring you football brought to you by Mr. A and his Tiger Vision crew. We're always super excited to bring you Texarkana Gameday live so you can get what you want, and that's the Texas High Tigers. So Billy Lavender, the Tiger King, he will be joining us shortly. But while we have Cody here, I'm going to talk to Cody a little bit about transitioning from from high school quarterback to assistant coach at a big, great university in UCA Bears. Tell us about kind of your day-to-day role in the team and things like that.
Well, it's completely different because, here at Texas High, I was kind of at the top, and then you go to UCA, you're at the bottom of the totem pole. So I basically wake up in the morning, I go to class, and I get out about 12 every day. And then I eat, and then I wait till about 2 o'clock, go to the facility. We watch film for about an hour, and then we go to practice till about from 4 to about 6. And then after that, I'm good to go.
The good thing about that is not too long ago, you and me both, we were on the sidelines together, and now we're both up here up in the Texarkana Gameday Tiger Vision booth announcing the game. Who would have thought that would happen?
Not me.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. I remember just being on the sideline with you. And, I can't brag enough about the things you did for our program, carrying on that Texas High tradition, being the senior leader, even after your injury, always being a part of the team, making sure that David J., when he took over after you got hurt, helping him in every way possible. And that's kind of the thing that I will say over the years that the Texas High tradition, even especially being a captain, your role doesn't end when you're off the field. And
absolutely. And,
I think the main thing to take away from that is, like I said, your character. I can't be more proud of you from where you've been, all the adversity you faced to now what you're doing. I know Coach Stanford's proud of you. Coach Toon and I, we had a good talk with you today in the coach's office about 1 o'clock. And I know that Tiger fans and everybody's super proud of you. So we're super excited to have you in the booth just a little bit. Let's talk about Texas High's offense right now. Being a former quarterback, what are some things going into the week that you wanted to pinpoint when you were the quarterback here? Because I know quarterbacks get special treatment and all that. So tell the people kind of, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, when you were the quarterback here, kind of what your thought process, because they know from my point of view, just being a coach and trying to prepare you guys, but from a player standpoint.
So the first thing we looked at was were they 4 down or 3 down, so that way we know where the pressure was coming, and we would look at the players there, see who was good and who was lacking behind. And the second thing we was looking at the secondary, how do they play trips, how do they play doubles, how do they play 12 personnel. So that was just the first couple things that we looked at. And then, I didn't worry too much about the front seven because I trusted my O-line, and last year we were pretty good up there.
Yeah, that's the good thing. Anytime something bad happens, it's always O-line fault. You quarterbacks always have the good, always have the right answers. Y'all get all the good special treatment. No, I'm just kidding, but not really. But the thing is, transitioning from that player to a coach, some things that I know that I worry about that I'm sure you do the same thing now that you're a coach is you're worrying about the whole scheme, the whole schematics of things, whether it's defense, offense, special teams. Just touch on a little bit about your role, whether it be scout team, helping, as an assistant coach, especially a young guy, you're just trying to do everything you can to be knowledgeable, learn the the situation, learn all the formations, all the verbiage, and all that stuff. So just tell the people about just a little bit about how, when you're on the field, some things that maybe you didn't necessarily think about as a player, but now you do as a coach.
Well, on a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I help with special teams, so I pass out the beanies, which is, pretty low down there. You get pass out the beanies.
Yeah.
And then when we're doing offense, I read the script to Novak. He's our signaler and our formation guy. So I read the script to them while our offense doing the scout team.
Yeah, that can be a bad situation if we signal the wrong thing or the wrong play gets brought in or the wrong personnel package to people that may not know what Cody's talking about. Each offense and each defense, they have what we call personnel packages, whether it's 21 personnel, 12 personnel. The amount is endless, based off formations and things like that, not to get too technical. But when you're signaling in plays and you're getting the right personnel on the field, if you don't get the right personnel on the field, you have a problem because you get penalized for breaking the huddle with too many, or you don't have the right amount on defense. And that's one thing when I was coaching, what I would do with Cody is the first thing I would do is I would get the offense around me. Of course, we went over this 1,000 times, but I would get the offense, and the first thing I'd do is I'd count 11. Then I'd get Cody, and he would stand right beside me like he is right now, and I would tell – Coach Toon would call the play into me, and I would tell Cody. And Cody, of course, being as smart as he is and as knowledgeable as he is about the game, I didn't have to really tell him more than once, but, hey, we want this. And he usually could finish my sentence for me because throughout that week of practice, we rep the same plays over and over and over, or adjustment plays that if they do this or they give us this look, we're going to go to this. So what Cody would do is he would repeat the play, make sure we had the right formation, get everybody set on the field. And once it's time to go on the field, it's time to go.
Yeah.
So
you don't want to tell everybody about how you used to yell at me when I would throw the RPO instead of handing it off?
Oh, every time. See, these quarterbacks, for all you people that are watching, RPOs means run power often. It is not it's basically been used as a scapegoat in football for quarterbacks to get their stats up. Because every time they throw an RPO, if we would have just hand the ball off, the whole splits, and we would have scored and got extra rushing yards. But the quarterbacks always like to check it out to the slot receivers and do those things. But like I said, coming into this game, Nacogdoches, for the past few years, Nacogdoches has been a team that's kind of been a thorn in our side a little bit, especially on the road. Going to Nacogdoches the last few years, it's come down to the very last possession. And hopefully, I know my old superintendent that I worked with in Atlanta, Roger Haley, told me one time, hope is not a plan. And so I always remember that. But hopefully, it doesn't happen to this. Hopefully the Tigers can come out, play a good game offensively, defensively, in the special teams. Don't turn the ball over. In critical, down and distance situations and momentum of the game, in these big district games, the keys are not turning the ball over. Cody can tell you, if you turn the ball over, give teams short field, that's a recipe for disaster, especially for offenses.
Absolutely. This game is the game where the coaches circle it and go the Nacogdoches ambush. That's what they call it.
That's what first thing Cody come in today at 1 o'clock, he goes, Coach Toon, are we going to get ambushed tonight? So, because there's one team that usually every now and then, for some reason, it's a closer game than what it should be. Not that Nacogdoches does not have a good team. They've got a couple Division I players, and we'll get to defensive lineman and a linebacker. But we have Division I guys all over the field. So I think coming into this game, I know Coach Stanford, the first thing that he stressed when you were here is obviously, number one, take care of the ball. That's always the basis. Play with energy and start fast. Especially as a quarterback, tell everyone about how fast it is getting everybody set. What's kind of your process as a quarterback, especially when we want to go no huddle and speed up the tempo?
Well, for Texas High, the first thing, you've got to get the signal, and you're telling the offensive line to play. So sometimes they don't hear you. Sometimes they're looking back at you like, what'd you say? So you have to say it multiple times.
You got to say it loud because our Tiger band is super loud, and I'm usually yelling at you, Cody, yell it louder.
And then you got to make sure your receivers and everybody's lined up in the right spot, especially those tight ends, Coach Elliott.
Coach Elliott.
Throwing you under the bus.
Yeah.
But we got to make sure those tight ends are in the right spot. And then you got to look at the defense and see what they're doing. Make sure they're not bringing a blitz that you never saw on film. Making sure they're not throwing a coverage you never saw on films. And then you have to be loud because on Friday night at Grimm, it can get real loud.
And the thing I think that people people that doesn't. I've never played quarterback, but I've been out there in the trenches, and I understand how loud it is. But I've never actually been behind everybody at the quarterback spot to really see the whole field, especially when it comes to motions, shifts, any kind of adjustments that we have to make in snap. And all of this happens, and you've got about probably a minute. I mean, not a minute, probably about 5 seconds from the pre-snap till post-snap to get this thing taken care of. So tell some people about anything that happens from about 2 seconds before the ball snap to maybe something like you said, maybe it'd be a different blitz or something like that you got to adjust immediately, whether it's a quick out, check at the line, or any time but those things.
Well, for Texas High, we have basically an RPO on every run play. So
yes, it's disgusting. It's disgusting.
You're always making sure that overhang ain't coming in too tight, and you got to catch a snap. Sometimes last year we had some crazy snaps that happened, but
and that's one thing I tell the center. Nobody will know if you block a soul, but if you snap the ball wrong, everybody in the stadium knows it's your fault.
That's how I felt at long snapper.
Yeah, yeah, junior year. That's the jack of all trades, though. That's the thing that we like to stress. Special teams. One of my coach in college, Houston Nutt, used to tell us all the time that special teams, you better be special tonight. So you can get. There's a lot of hidden yards to gain in special teams, and I know specifically now that you're coaching on the collegiate level, the special teams is not a time to take a play off.
Not.
You realistically, for everybody that's involved, a special team is the time you get your butt chewed, because anytime something bad happens, the head coach is headhunting the special teams coaches, and for the most part, everybody coaches everything on the special teams.
And nobody knows the long snapper or who he is until you make a bad snap.
That is true. That really flows together just like it does with the center. So we're about probably 3 minutes away from game time. The Tigers have come out warming up. Cody, don't you remember warming up down there? We used to warm up down there as well. I mean, there's nothing better than being a Friday night at Grimm Stadium. And you played, and now that you've coached and you've traveled to Oklahoma State. Tell some people. Yeah, North Dakota. I bet that was a little different atmosphere. Yeah. So all the places that you've been coaching so far and all the places that I've been, I stand by what I say. There's no better place to play football or to watch football for that matter than Grimm Stadium on a Friday night.
100% correct.
The official is Tiger Stadium at Grimm Park. Us former alums, this is always for us, and I may get in trouble for saying this, but this is always just Grimm Stadium.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So we got we're going to try to transition down to the field. Cody's going to stay with us until the Tiger King Billy Lavender gets up here. So all you folks will be in for a big treat when Billy gets up here. I'll try to keep him calm. I'll try to make sure he doesn't do anything inappropriate, whether maybe let a curse word slip or anything like that. But what I will say this is these seniors have done a tremendous job, just like you did when you were a senior, even though you got hurt after the third game, but still being involved with the game plan, still being involved at practice, helping David J. go through his reads, say, hey, here's this, here's that. And I'm telling you, from a former coach, you don't know how much I appreciate that. As far as a lot of times seniors get senioritis early, and especially in your situation, tearing your shoulder and having to go through that adversity, just stay in the core, stay in that senior leadership. I know as a player, as a coach, I used to mess with you a lot about everything just because you're one of my favorite players. I think that, and I tell that to a lot of people because I have a lot of favorite players. Sometimes I don't have any favorite players depending on how they play in the game, but for the most part, I just want you to know, man, we love you. We're super excited. We always want our alumni back. And like I said earlier, me and you are on the same category now. We're both washed up has-beens.
You're making me feel old.
I know it. Next thing you know, you'll be gray. You'll have gray hair. You'll be married. You'll have children running around here. And hopefully I'll still be doing this. They might fire me after tonight. But if they don't, we'll stay together. And hopefully me and you can turn into the Tony Romo. I know you want to be Troy Aikman, but I know for us Cowboys fans, we don't really like listening to Troy Aikman on a Sunday because he just hates on the Cowboys all the time. So the Tigers have entered the run-through tunnel. We have our highlight video, entrance music, about to come up right now. We're going to
plant the flag. About broke the pole.
Hey, that's some good aggression. And we got to B Hall with about 4 backflips. Coach Stanford's super happy he didn't pull the hamstring or tear anything on that.
That was one of the best experiences ever. I'd always wait. Me and Brandon Childs always be the last person to come out and to see everybody, especially when Billy Lavender's had the fireworks, and all the smoke in your face. It's something that you'll only live once.
I will give a quick shout out to the 2002 2002 state champion center Trey Hubrell, who's watching. He was one of my teammates back on the 02 state championship team. I will give shout-outs tonight throughout the course of the game, so tune in and share this so we can get as many people tuned in to see the Tigers as we can. We always want everybody to enjoy the great Tiger Vision Texarkana Game Day experience. Like I said, Mr. A and his crew, all they do, I feel like George Strait at a concert. Only thing I walk in here like I'm Big Shot, and they've got everything set up. Doty's been here all day, and everything's laid out just pristine. I even got me a couple bottles of water in case I get parched from talking the whole time. So we can't say enough about how much we appreciate Tiger Vision, Mr. A, all his crew, and my man Doty for always reminding me when we do timeouts and all that and go to commercial breaks, and he has to remind me all the time. We will go to down on the field. We've got number 11, Omarion Reese, as a captain. We got number 5, Tim Austin, as a captain. We got number 0, Taekwon Black, and I believe that's number 1, TJ Gray, as our captain for your Texas High Tigers. TJ come into the second half last week against Marshall and put on a show. We've been beating Marshall for years, and I'm not embarrassed to say that. That's kind of been our in-district rival. That's what I'm known for around here for saying. We've been beating Marshall for years. So I don't ever want the senior group to be the group that loses to them.
What happened in 2002 at Mount Pleasant?
We're not going to talk about that. We don't bring up old stuff.
Gives you PTSD when you go back to Mount
Yeah,
Pleasant?
something doesn't sit right with the old Mount Pleasant in 2002. But I will say this, we regrouped after that and wound up winning the rest of them. So the Texas High won the toss and will defer to the second half. Nacogdoches will be receiving. Billy Lavender is still putting up the tee and getting everything situated. We have a big puff of orange smoke out here, so hopefully that'll settle and we will get to live action here at Grimm Stadium. Texas High coming in ranked in the top 5. Rankings really doesn't matter this time of year or in the postseason. You know, it does do playoff seeding and all that, but if you lose, none of it matters. So we always try to tell people, especially in the big district games, to don't come in here thinking that just because we're ranked in the top 5 that this is going to be an easy walk in the park.
Before we kick off, I just want to say I hope I get out of here before you quiz me about WWF, WWE.
Well, I will say this, just for all the people watching, I'm going to ask Cody a question. I know he knows this answer, but how many times was Ric Flair the WCW World Heavyweight Champion?
I've been asked this about as many times as he was champion, 16.
16-time world champion, Ric Flair, live and in the box. All right, here we go. We're going to get live down to the field. Franklin Delk on the kick. It is going to go down to about the 20-yard line. Nacogdoches will receive it, bring it up the near hash, and it's tackled by a host of Tigers. There's nothing like a kickoff. Cool. I'm telling you, there's nothing like
especially that opening
Cooper,
kickoff.
that opening kickoff setting the stage. You really want to come out. Everybody's fired up. And the last thing you want to do is give up a big opening kickoff return, especially in a district-type ball game like this. So Nacogdoches will get set. Our defense is coming out on the field. We have Shades of Pink for Breast Cancer Awareness. I know that's a pretty special moment for everybody, so we'd like to give all of our well wishes to all the breast cancer survivors out there and everybody who deals with cancer. It's a bad disease. But here we go, first play. We got a buck sweep out to the field. Cody, can you see the numbers? That's number 0.
I saw number 7 contain the edge. Boyce.
Oh, yeah, Kendravion Boyce.
Good job
number
by
7.
him right there.
Yeah, way to force that edge. You want to come up and make plays. The key on that, they're reading them guards. Those guards tell you where the ball's going to go. Brings up a second and about 12 on the far hash.
Looks like we got number 17, Alex Jones, lined up at corner.
Yeah, little man coverage. We're going to have a reverse, maybe a flea flicker, throwback.
Good job. Come on,
double
go get
reverse. Now we'll get a lot was happening there. But I know one thing. We stopped him, and now it's still 3rd and long. There's a lot of reverse. Now that's a second play of the game, top play for Nacogdoches. They're trying to get something early. Really good job by our defense staying at home on that.
Coach Stanford told me before the game the head coach from Nacogdoches wants to keep his team in the game. They're going to do onside kicks, go for it on 4th and 20.
You have to expect anything. Absolutely. Coming out in the odd front with our defense, we got a 3-by-1 set, back off set weak. Quarterback He's trying to draw us off sides to get a free play. Now he's looking to the sideline to get a call. Coach Wilson and Coach Hawk, the defense coordinators, they done a great job all week getting our defense lined up. Defense is about leverage. Coach Stanford is losing his mind over here. And ladies and gentlemen, in walks the Tiger King. He has air in his lungs. He's not going out of breath. He knew he had plenty of rest. Well, we'll get you on right after this series right here, Mr. Billy, and we'll get going. Looked like a delay of game penalty. Coach Stanford was on top of the numbers, letting Mr. Cranford, Jim Cranford, the white hat, the head official, know that the clock had expired. Anyway, we're in an empty set. The quarterback is checking at the line, going to the call. Quarterback takes a snap. He's looking to the field. He's running down. We got a host of pressure. We got Jamarian Hope right there for the tackle, number 32. Right, great open field tackle by the Mr. Hope. I talked to him today and told him he better not miss any good tackles.
If he didn't make that tackle right there, I think he gets first down.
Oh, there's no doubt. So it brings up a 4th down from about the 34-yard line, which is a good thing. It's a good start by our defense going 3 and out. I know Coach Hawk, Coach Wilson, they're yelling and screaming, making sure everybody's lined up. But I know a good thing is you want to start a 3 and out to start the game.
Peter,
get out of the way. Ball will go to the 27-yard line where our Texas High offense will take over. Coach Lane Elliott on the sideline, kind of doing what I used to do with you, Cody. He's sitting down there. He's getting everybody, making sure we have the personnel package that we want. Coach Toombs calling the plays.
I'm telling everybody to be quiet.
Everybody be quiet, because you can imagine how many people want to talk on there. And the main thing I had to make sure everybody do was be quiet so we can get it in.
To be honest, I'm expecting a shot right here.
You call a shot, I'm going to say we're going to fake the inside. No, we'll probably just hand it off right here. Oh, no, you got it. See, you're already better than me.
Go, B-Hall.
Good shot. B-Hall on the deep post. Had a step on him, just slightly overthrown. See, Cody, you're already better than this. I mean, you're calling plays. That's what those quarterbacks do. They can look at these coverages and always want to throw the deep shot.
Sometimes you might have to go talk to the offense coordinator before the game.
Yeah, sometimes we got a real coach.
Figure out what he's going to do the first play.
Yeah, sometimes. Oh, see, Cody might have had a little inside trading right there, Mr. Billy. Hey, I'm glad he didn't bet on it. But I will say this: I bet you your hat right now they run the ball.
I would guess so too.
Yeah, there you go. See, give me that hat. Good inside zone right there by, I believe that is Tredarian Ball. Number 3. That's always a good plan. I know me and Billy always talk about this all year, is anytime you can hand it to number 3, special things happen. So good pickup on 2nd down. Brings up a 3rd and about 5.
Back to 11 personnel.
Back to 11 personnel. See, I love it. See, it's easy. Me and you say 11 personnel, we know exactly what's going on. Maybe the people watching might not have the clearest idea what 11 personnel is. It's 1 back, 1 tight end, 3 receivers, if you're wondering. We got the glance right there to TJ. Right He's going to make a guy miss.
Get upfield. Let's go.
Get upfield. Here he goes.
Let's go.
Just get out of bounds. TJ, great job.
On to that
great job on the glance route to number 1. TJ Gray for a Tiger first down to about the 36-yard line. Really good throw by David J. Potter, putting it right on the numbers. And TJ making the grab like he's been doing all year, that senior leadership we've been talking about.
That's what you call threading the needle.
Threading the needle. Here we go. We got a counter play. We can't say what the play is, but we know what it's going.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, we know what it's going. Anyway, good counter play to Tredarian Ball for about a gain of 5 to 6 yards. Should bring up 2nd down and about 5. 9 minutes to go in the first quarter. Texas High is driving. David J gets everybody set on the line. I remember at practice I used to throw my voice out yelling at the lineman, get down, get set, get set. Because I never wanted anybody waiting on linemen. Here you go. David J gets the call. He hands the ball off to Tadarian Ball on the inside zone play for a gain of about 3 to 4 yards. It'll bring up 3rd down and 2 at the Nacogdoches 28-yard line, it looks like, from here. We're kind of high up here, Cody.
My old
eyes can't see real well. See, they're going to play B. Hall, a slot right over B. Hall, eliminate some of those RPOs that you talk about. We got 11 personnel, inside zone, cut back. Sometimes that inside zone, it's going to cut all the way back to the strong side on the backside B to C gap, depending on what you get.
Good wash down there by Holman.
Yeah, Evan Holman, the senior offensive captain, number 55, one of my favorite players.
Holman's a great guy.
Holman's a great dude. He's really fast. He has great feet. He's super intelligent. He's been with me for a long time, and I know Coach Cross and Coach McBride do a great job with O-line. And right now we're running a glance to TJ for the Texas High touchdown. Sorry I deprived the Texas High faithful of Billy Lavender's touchdown call, but we had to get my man Cody Reese in here for a series. There you go. You seen him in the background. That brings the score to Texas High 6, pinning the extra point. Nacogdoches nothing. What a great start by the offense. Let's see if we can tack on this extra point, and there we go. We got the wing right there running on late, so I'm sure Coach Stanford's happy about that. But either way, we get the snap. The snap. Worth is holding. The kick is up, and it is good. In Texas High, we will bring a number one, 7:58 to go. We're going to take a short the Texar instant replay on your screen right there. Sorry, Billy Lavender's usually the go-to guy on that so we'll go to break. Anyway, Cody, thanks for being up here with us. We'll head to break, and we'll be back with the Tiger King.
We are excited to announce here at Texarkana Emergency Center and Hospital that we have expanded our capabilities to better serve our community. As a hospital, we have the capability for inpatient services. After your outstanding emergency care, we can smoothly transition you into one of our new inpatient rooms that have telemetry monitors in every room to continue your concierge medicine care. While our patients continue receiving their care in their inpatient suites, we also make sure that your loved ones are taken care of with our outstanding facilities. Our added services include a procedure room and also the capability of MRIs. With our imaging, we are able to offer outpatient, inpatient, and emergency room, MRI, CT, ultrasound, and X-ray. We are honored by your support and look forward to serving all your future medical needs.
Welcome back to Grimm Stadium. 7:58 in the first quarter. Texas High leads 7-0, and we are proud. I know I'm super proud and relieved to have my main man, Billy Lavender, the Tiger King, up here.
Man, not many people get intros like that, Jeremy. I appreciate it, but I'll delay my arrival every time if we can get up 7-0 before I join, for sure.
No doubt. I seen you down there. You had the smoke going in the tunnel. I know our players appreciate that. Coach Stanford appreciates that, and thank you for all you do, especially pregame for all that.
Absolutely. That's the fun part. Once I get all that, it's all business after that.
Now we're down to business.
Yeah.
So we got a good quick start on offense. TJ Gray's taking over the game, running a couple glance routes off some RPO actions. And
man, if they can do that all night, it'll be a quick night. But that teams make adjustments, and we'll have to do some other stuff. But I like the way it started.
I know the thing about this team is NAC, for some reason when we travel to NAC, it's always a nail biter down to the end. And when we played here, we got a little corner blitz right here by Jamarian Hope.
Out of way. Good job defense.
By the Tiger defense.
Man, I like it. Looks like Coach Hawk and Coach AJ are going to get after him tonight, and I like to see a little blitz from the edge, just like you just saw. And they went away from it, but we still had plenty of penetration to get in there and make the tackle.
Absolutely. Number 40 is Shaylin Cooper on the tackle. Brings up a third down and about 5 to 6. Nacogdoches set offensively, 3-by-1 set. Quarterback calls for the ball. He's looking at
good D right there.
Great defense.
Good
he ran
D.
out of bounds anyway.
Yes, sir. He got his head around, kept his arm on him just like he's taught to do it. That's the things early on in the year, Jeremy, that we weren't doing, that you just see. Coach AJ's got the back part of that, and man, it just looks like as the weeks go on, the more fundamental things that we're doing right, and those those help you as you get into the playoffs.
That's
the
thing when I know coming off bye weeks and you really want to stress getting back to fundamentals and working all those basic fundamentals of football. So you get a little time to catch your breath. Anyway, snap is off. The punt is off.
Good fair catch by T-Ball.
I'm waiting for a shank punt so we can get a Shawshank redemption in there.
Well, here's the thing: we just got that in there, no matter without the shank punt. I mean, you can do it whether it's a shank or whether he doesn't shank it. It just depends on how you mention it. But I'll tell you what: I know y'all probably mentioned this, and I wasn't up here to hear it, but it's senior night, and senior night is huge. It's not huge for the fans who come here early and watch them walk across the deal, but these guys are in there, and man, if I didn't tell what Coach Stanford, I'll talk about it after this play.
Okay. David J gets a set. Joe Miller motions to the number 3 receiver to the field. David J gets a call. We get a false start. It's going to look like it's either number 70 or maybe a snap infraction.
Yeah, but what I was saying is, man, if you would have been in there, I wish we could have had some cameras on Coach Stanford. He gave the pregame speech, just talked about the seniors and what all they had been through and what they meant to the program, and he's big on letting them know and told everybody, hey, let's play for the seniors. And then the prayer was something unbelievable.
I know. There's nothing like senior night, and really nothing like senior night at Grimm Stadium. I think you're going to see a lot of pressure situations for Nacogdoches now. We got a pin-pull scheme right there. Really good job by T-Ball.
Yeah,
fitting right inside those 2 pullers.
Got the 5 back that we lost on the penalty, so that's going to bring up, looks like 2nd and 10. But it looks like we can do whatever we want to do in the passing game. It looks like we're going to stick with trying to get some runs in there as well.
David J's getting the offense set. He's getting a call.
You see number 19 turns and is running back. He's down here at the bottom on TJ. He's turning and running. There you go.
Yeah, he's bailing out of there.
It looks good for him to get
got
up.
Got a nut stun up through the middle.
Oh,
we
yes,
got
sir. Right
Joe
here.
Miller. Oh, on the seam route.
Man, I'll tell you what a good play because what we ran it completely off of what we've been running. We've been running TJ on the post, and he breaks it out, and you got Joe Miller coming right across the middle,
like
and it's right off.
Like they were in a cover 3 scheme. When you're in a cover 3, those seams are wide open right up the hashes there.
I'll tell you what.
Just slightly overthrown.
I wouldn't call it a cover or anything, but that's what y'all coaches call it. It looked like a cover 0 to me.
So we got pressure from the field. Good pickup right there by T-Ball. Way to let him go. Uh-oh, throw it away.
Uh-oh. Looked like my man Sam Ross was going to catch a pass down there.
So you better keep your head on the swivel sometimes. Anyway, so that drive fizzles out with some pressure. I think a thing that when you get in these district ball games, when defenses have some points scored on them early, obviously they're going to change up. And right now their change up is to add people to the box, try to make us one-sided.
What are they going to pass it?
Should be intentional grounding.
Yeah.
So that'll back us up even more. But like I said, I think Nacogdoches is one of them do-or-die type deals where they're going to, apply pressure all night.
And you're going to see, you typically see all kinds of trick plays run against you and all kinds of things.
They've got nothing to lose right now. Well, so that brings up 4th and forever.
4th and Falk.
Yeah.
Nice snap.
Cam Reitner on the punt.
Good kick.
Good punt.
Good snap by Knox and good kick by
Tiger
Cam.
roll.
Good way to get over there. Man, I'm telling you, I'm seeing a lot of fundamental things being done, and Knox Pilgreen downs the ball for the Tigers, and we turn the field over, and Knac's going to take it at about their 36, and that's what you want to see. That penalty kind of hurt us, but got a good kick right there. See, David J's talking to Coach Toon upstairs. We're going to get something figured out down there. Defense comes back out, and defense looks like they're looking for blood tonight.
They are. They're lined up, and they're playing fast, and they are ready to go. They're alignment and assignment football right now, and so when we can line up and we don't get caught off guard, we're pretty dangerous defensively. Quarterback takes a snap, running a long power to the C gap.
A good job. Number 54, is that Merriman?
That's Merriman.
Yeah, he gets in there, and he's been in the backfield the whole night tonight already. Missed a guy earlier, but we were kind of, we were in a prevent almost because they had 3rd and long, but he didn't miss right there. And that's a guy that sticks his nose in there and gets somebody.
Great senior leader for the defense. One of my favorite players.
Got some pink on tonight. You'll notice
got them pink shoes.
It's October, right?
Yep. quarterback's looking at the seam right.
Good D right there.
Good D. Now Marcus Hall, number 9.
Yep.
Good coverage.
You know, that pink, they all like to get to October and wear that. Now, when I was growing up, you wouldn't be seen dead in that. But now they love to put that on. Anything flashy. Anything flashy.
Hey, I'm a big believer in you look good, you play good.
That's
so
right.
More power to them. This is for a good cause. And
I even put on a collared shirt to come up here with you tonight.
I
Coach
know.
Harrell.
We both got called.
Yeah.
In a minute, Dodie will get a screenshot of our good orange polos. Mine was recently acquired today for Coach Stanford.
I know. I'll leave it on till then. Yes, sir. I dream a genie on the offense. Looks like they're going to call a timeout, and we will take a timeout with them with 4:41 left in the first quarter. Tigers up 7-0. We'll be back right after this.
Life is busy, and we get it. The State Bank mobile app was designed to make banking more convenient for you. Check account activity, make transfers, pay bills, and manage your debit card in a snap. You can deposit checks from the convenience of your home or wherever life lands you. The State Bank app lets you organize your accounts, manage alerts, and easily email our customer service experts. Now that you have State Bank at your fingertips, you can spend more time doing what's important to you.
Your family, your bank, State Bank.
And we're back, and we appreciate every one of our sponsors, and good to get some of those in. And it looks like third and a long 8 for Nac.
A motion to empty. Quarterback's under pressure.
And
we're going to get him.
Who's the big guy that got him right there in the middle? Looks like number 95.
Yep, that's my man Orlando Barnes,
Yeah.
and he did give me permission to tell everybody his nickname.
Okay, what is it?
His
Jeremy?
nickname is Pout Pout.
Pout Pout.
Because when he was a little younger, as a freshman, he would pout a little bit, and we used to call him Pout Pout. So I went up to him and I said, of course I still call him. I said, Pout Pout, I need your permission if I can tell everybody your nickname. So Pout Pout on the sack.
All right.
Great job, and he's grown up too this year. He's done a really great job, and he's as strong as anybody on that field. I can promise you that.
Yeah. T-ball got over here, and they kicked it away, but we're going to get a good bounce, and it'll go their way, and looks like it's going to be downed at the 26. And, man, we appreciate a former quarterback, Cody Reese, coming up here before the game, giving me a little break and probably dropping some knowledge. He already knew what the first play was going to be before it was run. I'm better of knowing what the play is after it's been run.
Everybody look at – we got to do a poll. Who's got a better-looking shirt tonight?
Well, you look better in your shirt, but I think my shirt looks better.
He does.
I mean, I like
the black
script.
cursive. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this was newly acquired today.
That looks kind of like my signature
Got the white
sometimes when I'm in a
outline.
hurry at the bank.
Yeah, looking good. But anyhow, yeah, Cody Reese, always good. And I was telling him, it's so glad to have former players here, especially up here to drop some knowledge, especially him being a former quarterback here, now a college coach at UCA. So he's definitely,
Oh, yes, sir.
B. Hall is gone.
Off to the races, and one man you're not going to catch is Brandon B. Hall. Touchdown, Tigers. Man, pad them stats, David J. He is putting it on the numbers right there, and I'm telling you, he is hitting them on the run. And if you get our guys out on the corners on the run, ain't nobody catching them, Jeremy.
No, we've got guys that can score every time we touch it. I know as a coaching staff, you worry about certain teams about not being up because maybe the record's not as good or for whatever reason. But senior night, the Texas offense and defense showed up, and our special teams has showed up right now, and that brings us up to 14 points.
14 points up, and we are going to stay right here through the break. Yeah. We got an instant replay by Texar. Look at this. Right on the numbers to B. Hall, and once he gets a step, he's going to create more steps. And all he's going to do is if he doesn't watch out, he may hit his head on the goalpost.
I know in the football term, you either have speed or you're chasing it.
Yeah,
right now, they're chasing it. So
that's right.
Really good job. Like I said, David J. putting the ball exactly where it is.
We're going to take a quick break real quick, and we'll be right back.
Quick break.
Whether you're looking for a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, or maybe a new or pre-owned boat or RV, care for a car wash, had a fender bender, or you need service on your vehicle, boat, or RV, we have it all when you let us exceed your expectations at Greg Orr Auto, Marine, and RV in Shreveport, Texarkana, and Ashdown. Shop hassle-free and always be treated like family while choosing from our sensational selection. In Shreveport, visit Orr Acura, Orr BMW, Orr Cadillac, and the Greg Orr Pre-Owned Super Center. In Texarkana, Classic Buick GMC, Classic Cadillac, Classic Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Classic Kia, Classic Mazda, Classic Pre-Owned, the Classic Car Wash, Greg Orr Marine and RV, Greg Orr Collision, and Classic Chevrolet in Ashdown. Or visit gregorrauto.com.
And we're back at Tiger Stadium at Grimm Park tonight on senior night, and we didn't get to see the kick by the man with the golden leg, Mr. Delk, but he put it right at about the 22, and I don't know if you noticed, Jeremy, but when I had that smoke set up, I dropped something at the 22, and that guy slipped on it, and because of it,
hey, at least we didn't burn the turf.
That's right.
Yeah, there you go.
Not that we've done that this year.
We've never done that this year. We got my man Kenneth Merriman sitting out here at the end. He gets a spike. He's getting pressure. Number 3 for Nac on the shallow. Really good tackle right there by number 26, Tristan Powell.
Yeah, and Mr. Boyce as well.
Dravian Boyce, number 7.
Yep.
I'm telling you, Billy, we do have to give a shout out to our man
Doty?
Doty.
Yeah.
He getting us in and out of these commercials.
I'm
Sometimes
telling
when you get caught up in the game, we forget to go to breaks.
That's right.
Quarterback draw against an odd front is not a good scheme.
And it's not good when Kenneth Merriman's sitting right there waiting for you, because he don't miss like that, Jack.
He shot his hands. He shed that blocker, and he made
look at our
instant
replay right there. Yes, sir. Man ain't missing, and I got to tell you, we just have another T.J. Gray sighting out there, and he's out there on defense when they have 3rd and 3, and he's covering the outside receiver out there. Getting him a little action early. He said, I want to score on defense too, boss.
We got a long power play right here.
Some good hits right there. They do get, looks like a couple of yards, several yards, and a first down. Not before they were hit pretty hard by 3 Texas High Tigers.
Number 22, Isaiah Dowden, leading the charge, the senior linebacker.
I talked to those linebackers before the game tonight, and they were foaming at the mouth, ready to get it. And they told me they'd have a pick tonight. They said, we'll get you one.
I know Isaiah's been battling an injury bug. Good to see him back the last few games. Running outside zone right there. Kenneth Merriman trying to rip the ball out.
Yeah, and looks like looked like all of the linebackers got in on that deal.
Yeah, I think the whole front 5 based off this odd front look.
There's nothing you like to see on the front or the back end when you're going up to the ball than someone standing a guy up, because you got a free shot at him, and it looked like you see a lot of black hats going to the ball. It's good for the Tigers
now,
tonight.
Offensively for Nac, they've got to figure out where they can get some yardage right here, because it's not been in the teeth of that Tiger defense. So you're going to have to. They're going to have to try to something else, maybe on the edges or some deep balls.
Looks like our linebacker out there up top is and they're identifying him right now. He said he's coming.
Oh yeah, bring that pressure.
He delayed a little bit
on the shallow. Tell you, he got pressure. Taekwon Black, number 0, he's all over it. All of them are all over him. Nac struggling in the pass protection right now, which is really good for the Tigers. The only quarterback I've really seen consistently handle that pressure is who I call the GOAT, Thomas Edward Patrick Brady, number 12 for the Patriots. He's always a Patriot.
Him.
Yeah, that's the GOAT.
Boom.
Really good hit by number 17.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Alex Jones, man. I'll tell you, Alex he's started to have a good season right at, after the first couple of games. He really turned it on, and he's made some big tackles for that defense, and that was one of them right there, and it's forced a 4th and 4. And you got to think that with you're down 14, that you might be looking at some kind of trickery you got the replay right here. Watch Alex. He sees it. Boom, right there, and that wasn't his guy. He was off on another man, but he read the quarterback's eyes. Got a hold of it. Good snap. straight up in the air. Everybody telling him to
Got
get
a little
away.
back spin.
Yeah. Forward spin. You know, his last 3 have done that. A couple of back spins and then forward spins, but we'll take it. 2 step forward, 1 step back, right?
Yeah.
That's how they used to teach me
Ball
to
comes
dance
to
out
rest
the
on the
Pines.
36-yard line. Texas High will take over. When you're in that situation like Nac, you're down 14. You're part of you's going, we need to go for this to
Yeah.
keep up. Another part's game. If we don't,
lose
it's going to
it
be
right now.
21
That's
to
right.
nothing. Now the game's going to be probably out of hand. So you definitely want to punt there and try to get your defense to get something going on their end. But I know Coach Toon. If I know Coach Toon like I do, and Coach Stanford, they're going to keep applying this pressure.
I'm thinking Shavonte Montgomery or Knox Pilgrim, couple that we hadn't called out tonight. I think they're trying to.
I think we're going to play action here and throw it to B Hall in the flats.
Okay.
Look at that.
There
Oh, he's
he
got
is.
him on the wheel
Oh,
route.
he's got him. And
There
a
he
perfect-
is.
Oh, just missed him out of bounds. And if David J puts that in bounds, he's gone. But
Really great play drawn
yeah.
up by Coach Toon. I'm
Yeah.
going to give that one to Coach Toon.
You don't think that was laying down there calling
No,
that?
I think when the ball is being thrown to about 3 different people behind the line of scrimmage and then it's thrown down the field,
Yeah,
that's probably Coach Stanford. He'll draw that up on
Yeah.
his hand.
Yeah.
I've seen him do it. Coach Toon he's more what we just seen. So
Yeah.
anytime you see something really crazy going on, that's Coach Stanford probably drawing that up on top of the numbers on his hand.
Man, really good play design, but didn't work. And here we go. There's
Really
your
good pin pull scheme, yeah.
All right.
We got some good
Third
yardage
and
out of
one.
that.
3rd and 1. I bet we've got two plays to get it. I'm going to say we're going to run it something up the middle, but got 2 plays.
7.5 seconds left in the first quarter. David J is looking to the Coach Elliott to get the signals. We have a number of fake signals, so any coaches watching this, we got a lot of fake signals, so it's no need to try to get a grip on who's signaling.
I'm giving some up here that nobody's watching me. Go.
We got an inside
T-ball.
zone play. He is gone. No, he ain't. Number 19 got him.
You know, it looked like
He was a step away.
Yeah, it looked like he could have gone right ahead, but he said, "Hey, look, all that mattered was that first one." But I'll tell you what, T-ball ran right through that. He said, "Hey, that's the end of the first quarter." And I'm going to go ahead and let y'all go to break. And so we're going to take a break, and we will be right back.
Here at Local Habit Coffee Company, we are true coffee connoisseurs and the area's only third wave coffee shop. We are excited as football and fall rolls around to introduce this year's fall drink lineup. We have an all-organic homemade pumpkin spice latte, a delicious s'mores latte, and finally, a smoked maple bourbon cortado that can only be described as fall in a cup. No matter what your preference, you can get your dose of fall right here at Local Habit. We cannot wait to see you in one of our shops, and remember to go make something good happen.
And we're back, and the Tigers are been going right to left on your screen. David J calling for the snap. Gives it to T-ball. Makes a cut at the line. Gets a good block out there by TJ Gray. And T-ball is running hard tonight. He said, "You're going to let me start back there? I'm going to show you a few things, boss."
I will say this for a lot of young parents out there, not young, but people that have little guys playing in the Tiger football or youth football. We've been whooping everybody all year. If you ever wonder what a Division I athlete looks like, look at Tredarian Ball, because that is what a Division I athlete. That is if you need to have a vision of what that looks like, that is what it is. Good job right here on the inside zone handoff to number 3, Tredarian Ball.
He takes it all the way to the 2, Jeremy, and I wouldn't be surprised if they just say, "Hey, we're just going to give him once or twice more and let him get the touchdown." I'm telling you, you got some fancy gloves on tonight. I was noticing them down there. I don't know if they'll do it, but I got a great idea of something to do with those gloves if he scores a touchdown, but I don't know if we can do it with these lights.
Tell him I got to give a quick shout out before we score this touchdown. I already know we're going to score this.
Tell me about it.
My cousin Jason Bankosh, he's from Nac, living in Nac. Chelsea, Sean, all of them are watching from Nacogdoches. Right now, we're putting a hurting on y'all's Dragons, my man.
Right when you say
right
that,
when I say that, we get stopped.
That's
anyway,
right.
no more shout outs to
That's
any of
right.
my family members.
That's
Sorry.
right. We got them all in. 3rd and 5. How about a shout out to my family, Teasy, John Thomas Barwitz, all the way from Baston.
Down in Harvard.
Down in Harvard.
I told him one time, I said, "You're the dumbest smart kid I know."
he's got to have the surely he's got a orange shirt on.
I told him
one
one time, I said, "How do you? I mean, I don't necessarily know all his personal business on the ACT and all that, but how do you hardly not miss any?" I mean, I said, "John Thomas, what is that like when you leave there?" You go, "Oh, I know I didn't miss one or two."
I couldn't spell.
I'm
ACT
sitting here
at
going,
that
"I
age.
just hope I made the bare minimum."
It's like we're going to call a timeout. We'll take a timeout with them with 10:23 on the board. Tigers up 14-0. We'll be right back.
What's it like at Texarkana College? Life-changing. Starting here means you can go anywhere. We offer student support, student life, dual credit, and hands-on training. And now you can enroll anytime. We'll help you start your future at Texarkana College. Get started by visiting us on campus or online at texarkanacollege.edu. Your future starts here.
And if you can see across the way in the end zone, there's a pretty little redheaded girl named Libby Lavender. Speaking of family and shout out, I'll give her a little shout out. They're getting the band and high steppers and all the student section fired up over there, and they're saying, "Hey, we want to go nutso. Let's score right here." And I mean, we may be in 4-down territory, Jeremy. I don't know. We've gone backwards a couple of times. But we may open it up a little bit.
If we don't gain any yards here, we'll probably kick it. But if we get close inside probably the 3-yard line, I think we'll probably go for it. But either way, I know our cheerleaders do a great job. The band does a great job. The Pom Squad, the drill team.
Them too.
Yeah, all of them. Our student section.
Both of them.
Both of them. We're looking to the sideline.
Yeah, we're seeing what they're in at 10 seconds on the play clock.
David J. takes a snap. They're getting
great
pickup by Terdarian
Oh,
Ball. The ball is just high and behind TJ.
Yeah, and TJ was covered. And looks like we're going to send Mr. Delk out to put a 3-pointer on the board. And, the Tigers don't like that, but you get a little work from the kicker. And, we were there 1st and goal from the 2 and just had a couple of plays. But, man, you and I talk about him a lot, but people don't notice some of these things. But some of the small things that Terdarian Ball does to help out his teammates and not let David J. get killed back there.
I'm telling you, what a great pickup. That linebacker was coming in hot.
Good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
That linebacker may need to go see
Delk.
Dr. Young over at Texarkana Emergency
Let's try
Center.
this. Field goal Tigers. That's a new call tonight.
There you go.
Got to give our field goal team a little love. And we'll take a break and be right back with some more Texas High football.
Merry Christmas.
And we're back right on time for Franklin Delk to give us a kickoff. And they're scooting up. We may try to bust them deep right here. Nope. Looked like they knew what we were going to do, and they scoot up to the 20 where we. That's all right. Number 2. sophomore out there. Cam Reitner did exactly what he was supposed to do and kept containment on the edge. We talk about assignment football, Coach Harrell. He did exactly what he was supposed to do, and because of it, we're able to make the tackle.
We want to string that thing sideline to sideline as quick as you can on those kickoff coverages. Tyron Matthews, the
honey
not
badger,
the honey
not
badger.
the honey badger,
the unofficial honey badger,
peanut butter badger
for Nacogdoches,
which is good with honey.
So I know our Tiger defense chomping at the bit to get back out there. Looking deep.
Oh,
overthrown.
So we didn't get our head around back there. Didn't know the ball was thrown, but ball was a little bit long, and receivers asking to come out, and they'll put someone else in his place. Looks like Michael Irvin coming in, number 88.
We're going to bring number 16, the freshman, Mr. Kelly in. Aaron Kelly in the game, the true freshman at that.
True, he ain't even a red
Long
shirt
line
anymore.
of Kellys played here at
Man.
Texas High. Some good players in his family. Hopefully he'll be the best one of all of them.
Look at that, Kenneth Merriman going down the
shedding
line.
blocks, running down the line, showing some speed
Man,
right
it looked
there.
like he almost knocked the, I don't know, whatever, the mouthpiece out of the ball carrier. But, man, he came through there like a bat out of heck. That's exactly what you want to see, and because of it, 2 quick plays, and we're at 3rd and 10, and defense is looking to get off the field. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10,
Got an
11.
empty formation. Trying to get us a hard count. Good
Yeah,
job by the defense,
right.
not biting on that.
Man, you saw a lot of that early on, but Coach Hawkins got him. You know, I mean, you hear him all the time.
He got him. Doing a little extra running every time they fall.
Boom!
Really great job on the
Man.
coverage by number 5, Tim Alston, the senior corner.
Yeah, and we had Mr. Black and Kenneth Merriman in the backfield right there, and one of them got a good shot on the quarterback to the chest, and it's going to be 4th and 9 for NAC, and they really don't have any option but to punt it to us. Down 17.
Right now, the only thing they got good going for them is this number 77 offensive lineman for NAC has maybe the best hair in Grimm Stadium right now. He's got some good hang time. He's about 8 inches below his
neck.
neck.
Is it red?
It ain't
No?
red.
Okay. All right,
But he does have some good hang time. Anyway, speaking of hang time, we hope we don't have much hang time here on this punt so we can return it. Great punt.
Wow.
Bombing.
Oh, good.
Good Tiger bounce.
Yeah.
That thing come off the foot hot.
Looked like my sand wedge, Jeremy, just backed up right when it hit, just like I asked it to do on the green. We're going to stay here.
Just hit that backspin on it.
Yeah, that's right. We're going to stay. I wish I could hit into some greens that look like this. I mean, they got Texas High's field manicured well tonight. You know those guys that do that?
Yeah, it looks good. Everything's set up. I know we take pride in all of our facilities.
Y'all painted that tee, and, man, that thing looks good tonight.
Tell you, I did read a story one time about a turf field like this in Florida. They hired a new lawn guy, didn't even think about it, and he was mowing the turf field.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, that's about $1 million.
Was he an
headache.
Aggie?
No, I thought he probably was. That's something an Aggie would do.
We just lost half of our fan base if they're – uh-oh. Coach Stanford didn't like what was going on and called a timeout. And we're going to take a timeout with them right here, up 17, and we will see you when we get back. We're back live, up 17-0 here on senior night, and Texas High called a timeout. Coach Harrell looked like maybe got somebody that wasn't lined up correctly, and that was the first. Coach Stanford tried to call a 5-second timeout. He just got them lined up right and said, let's go, and Nacogdoches was like, hey, we're going to go ahead. And, man, you see our buddy up there, Ryan Mallett and Keith Schutte, up on the big screen at Tiger Stadium, and they've really given them love. But we're right back here, and David J. about to take the snap. Knoxville Green.
Looking at the out route. Right there to Cam Reitner, number 2, on the comeback.
Here's the good deal about that. Really good job You got maybe a hold in the backfield, but we'll see what the call is. But something I noticed on that, I'll wait for the call. Yeah, we did get a holding. They're gonna take us back a few yards. But I'll tell you something that I noticed on that play, Jeremy, is a lot of times you'll see an interception right there, and it's not on the quarterback yet. You know, it always goes on the quarterback, but it's because the receiver doesn't do right. And Cam Reitner, even though he's a sophomore and hadn't played a whole lot out there, he comes back to the ball and gets it and does exactly like he's supposed to do, and because of it, completes that pass.
Yeah, he does a good job on his routes. Certain routes require certain depths for timing and all that. Sometimes it's not necessarily always on the quarterback, like you said, when you throw an interception. Good job on the handoff on the counter play.
Yeah, it was 1st and 20, and looks like we got almost all of the yards back and got back in the manageable second down distance right there.
Good job up front by the offensive line, moving some bodies out of the way. Anytime you can run the ball, it makes everything easier on an offense. David J gets the guys set. We're running this little tunnel screen to the back to the field. B. Hall almost loses the ball. Good job trying to tuck that thing away for a no gain. It's one of those that it had promise early, and then it closed up. Good job by the Nacogdoches defense to bottle up B. Hall. After the plays he's made, they're probably keying on him pretty good, so you might want to use him as a decoy moving forward.
Yeah, they got in there on that one. All right, 3rd and 9 for your Tigers.
Looks like we're going to get a...
Yes, nice throw to TJ. And TJ turns on the jets and gets going outside. He's having a hell of a senior night here at Tiger Stadium. And David J, it looks like, is loving that pass to him. And that ball was a little bit low coming back to David J, but he gets it and turns it into money. And because of it, the Tigers will have a 1st and 10 on the opposition side of the field.
Really good pickup by Damian Chisholm and Quay Ford on the what we call a pop stunt on the pass protection. Really good job picking those stunts up by that D-line. They're pretty active. Run up the middle, stop for a minimal gain.
Looks like Ahmad Moore's going to come in, running back, number 19.
Ahmad's been a kid that's gotten some reps due to some injuries, and he's really taken full advantage of it. He can go now. He's a fast kid.
He's a sophomore, and he's given some breathing to a sophomore. So, you know, we talk about it all the time. Javari Johnson and all of them. I mean, we got a long line of running backs here.
So the future is bright for our skill positions. We'll give a quick shout out to Doug Jordan. He's always watching each and every week. Brings up a 3rd down and about 6. David J looking to the sideline for the call. Gets everybody set. We're going to get some pressure from the field. Good job on the pickup. Great job on the pickup.
I'm telling you, that thing is open all night, and it was probably as well defended as it has been all night. But when you're putting it right where the guy wants it that's catching it, like David J's doing tonight, it's really big. And, you know, here you're going to see the replay of it. But, I mean, look at that. Where do you want it? You want it right there in your hands? That's where I want to catch the ball, right?
Perfect. David J's he's been on point since the start of the game.
Yep, thanks Texar for that replay.
Got a good pin pull scheme.
Man, we're pulling everybody.
We pull everybody.
Look at that.
And we should get a horse collar right there, but we're not going to get it.
Had all kinds of collars, horse and cow and all of them.
I'm telling you, that Tradarian ball can roll, boy. Tell them that is not a fake sounding. That's not a soundboard. That's
me. I've been
Tiger King himself.
I've been to a lot of zoos. It's a zoo every day at my house.
Tell them officially we're in 11 personnel. We're going to run some.
Oh, man, they just got a good blitz right there.
We have a GT counter.
We'll give it 3rd and a long 3 for the Tigers.
We'll give a quick shout out to Mama Zig. She's watching.
She's always watching the Tigers.
My man Pup Matlock, the former Texas High alum.
Yeah.
Justin Matlock, he's watching. He's probably the class of 98. I don't know. He's old. Him and my brother were always hung out together. But anyway, I'm glad to have former Tigers watching. They're going to get us right here. Number 44, it seems like he's been playing linebacker for NAC for a long time.
And it took 3 or 4 of them before David J goes down. He's a big old body right there.
Brings up 4th down. We'll bring out Mr. Delk to try to get a.
I tell you what, I'm noticing several times that Knox Pilgreen, no, he's not the first option looked at, but he was on a wheel route right there and looked pretty open. But by that time, David J was getting hit. 35-yarder right here.
Good snap, good hold. The kick is up, and Billy is a good.
Pulled it
just
a little bit.
Going to be left.
Just pulled it just a little bit. And we're going to stay here because it's a change of possession, and NAC is running out. And they feel like they got a little bit of, that's
a victory.
That's right. It's a
small
victory for them,
because
we got down there and, man, but the thing is although you feel like you got a little bit of momentum, you still got to run out there against the Texas High Tiger defense.
I know defense has shown up, special teams shown up, even though we had a slight miss there. But, I mean, the kick was up. It was good. Good protection up front on the kick. We do have a little time, so I'm going to go back to the shout-out.
Go ahead.
My man Pup Matlock said he's a class of 99.
Well,
we do have Brandon Childs, a former D lineman.
Yeah,
he's
Childs.
B. Childs. See him on the Dr. Casey Coggin, our principal at Wagner Creek. She's tuning in. Always good to have our principals watching. We got Javon Anthony from Nash, the class of 09. All right, we'll try to get some shout-outs going. Really good job. I probably wouldn't want to run a screen pass against the 3 down front with 2 pension 4s, but I'm not calling the plays for NAC.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, he got there, and old Jamarian Hope said, I'll take some of that right. Wasn't that him? I don't know. My eyes
number 32.
Yeah. My eyes are kind of bad every now and then.
I know. We had to get Cody back up here so he can see better. Them young guys can see.
Boom. We got a late flag right there. I don't know what it is. Maybe a legal man downfield.
There could be a number of reasons that guy throws penalties.
I'll tell you what, the greatest illegal man downfield I've ever seen was the last play against Lufkin in the playoffs. We went down there as the 4 seed, and they were the 1 seed, and they were the number 5 team in the state. And we put it on them. You remember that game?
Tell them if they were 5, we were 4 because we sent them to the house.
There you go. It's always good to beat Lufkin.
It was. At one point there, I didn't know, the fans didn't know this, but at one point I didn't know if we were going to get a first down in the start of the game. They had a safety, went to Texas.
Been doing it all game.
Hey, that's the white hat. The white hat, Mr. Jim Cranford. Yeah. Believe it or not, he was my 11 and 12-year-old baseball coach back in the day. Mr. Cranford.
Local attorney here in Texarkana.
He's been doing this a long time. We're always excited to have his crew here. He's been at Grimm for a while calling games, and always excited to have his crew. I always tell him he's first team all-district official. He's always pretty thorough. I like to give him a hard time.
Loss of yards and loss of down. I like both of those.
Move it back.
Beep, beep.
4:27 to go in the second quarter. NAC hasn't had any success on offense, just to be honest with you.
And you don't want a 3rd and 12 if you haven't had any.
No, not with the pressure we're getting from our defense. Motioning to empty. Now they're trying to run a smash concept down here.
Oh, my gosh.
And number 2 for the Dragons, L.J. Lennon, he is still running.
Good tackle downfield.
Great tackle.
Yeah, that's number 40 is Shaylin Cooper. Coop, man, I'm telling you, he got downfield fast and closed on that guy. But it was just kind of they had us out schemed right there. Someone missed something. We're going to try a little
tempo. Throw the deep ball. We got a safety over top. That's going to be intercepted.
Yes, sir. Let's go.
Sidestepped it.
There's the pick I was looking for. You ain't running. Look at him. Gets all the way back to the 45.
Kendravion Boyce,
Yes,
number
sir.
7.
Junior defensive back for the Tigers. Big play, and right after a huge play for them, probably their best play all night, we come back and get a pick, and he runs it back about 35 or 40 yards, and the Tigers are back in business, and I'll
tell you one thing, Cody Reese he just come back up here. I guarantee what he's looking at, he's trying to look that safety off, to keep that safety off over that 9 route right there.
He was there.
He was sitting there waiting. If he'd have dropped that ball, everybody would have clowned him.
He looked like the center fielder for the Rangers.
And not today, because I like them Astros. Everybody on the stream.
Well, you can't catch it over
like
the
the
fence.
Stros. I do not like the Rangers. I like Altuve, who hit a 3-run bomb in the 9th, but I'm not going to talk about anything else about that. Shout out to my mom, Karen. She's watching. I had to send her the link because she didn't know how to do anything technology-wise.
But she wants to watch her baby boy.
She does want to watch her baby boy. So Logan Hemby from Mod is up. He's tuned in. Give a shout out to all our fans around the Texarkana area.
Miss Maria Vasquez.
Yeah. They start logging on. We start giving shout outs. Come on. Keep coming on. We'll give shout outs.
Mary Sam's watching all the way from
David J to Joe Miller, number 25 in the flats.
There's the tight end.
Good play action. When you run it with T-ball, he can sell the defense so much, and it gets that misdirection and a quick play action in the flats. Really good by Joe Miller on the replay. You can see it right here.
Man, wide open. I was just feeling it that last drive.
Instant replay for us.
I was feeling it.
I tell you, I give Joe Miller about as hard a time as I give anybody about catching the ball and running and make. I said, you're not fast enough to make somebody miss. Just run over somebody.
He can do that too.
David J with protection. That glance has been open all night long.
Gets a block downfield and all the way inside the red zone, like we like to call it, the orange zone here at Tiger Stadium. And Texas High will have it 1st and 10 from the 14.
Tell you one thing that you can, from the time we started, David J, we don't talk about David J enough just because he's kind of got a quiet demeanor, but from last year to this year, the growth he's shown and hitting these open receivers and reading defenses and all that, I'm telling you, he's made so many strides, and a lot of times he doesn't talk a whole bunch as far as he's not one of those guys that just talks and talks and talks. But I'm telling you, the pinpoint accuracy that he's shown this game, reading defense, and I mean, he's really the leader of this offense. Even though we got weapons surrounding him, Division I players around him, he'll be a Division I guy as well.
Yep.
I know we don't give him enough credit for the things that he does as our quarterback.
Well said. Well said. It's kind of like a quiet assassin.
Yeah, the silent assassin. Great pickup by Tredarian Ball.
Oh, right there.
That
good
right
route.
there. Great throw. Good play.
Man.
That's Booney.
Booney, touchdown Tigers.
If we get this replay, you ought to see the blitz pickup by Tredarian Ball right here. He is putting his face mask in the neck of that linebacker.
Here we go, Jeremy.
Let's see if we can see it. Oh, he just missed it.
Man, right
great
there.
Great ball right there to Booney.
Hey, great route. Great call by Coach Toon right there, and great catch by Booney. And like you say, we just giving David J a little credit. He puts it right on the money.
Right on the money.
Good snap by Knox. Good hold by Worth. And Mr. Delt kicks it right down the middle, and we will take a timeout with the Tigers. They're up 24-0 with 1:57 left in the game.
We are excited to announce here at Texarkana Emergency Center and Hospital that we have expanded our capabilities to better serve our community. As a hospital, we have the capability for inpatient services. After your outstanding emergency care, we can smoothly transition you into one of our new inpatient rooms that have telemetry monitors in every room to continue your concierge medicine care. While our patients continue receiving their care in their inpatient suites, we also make sure that your loved ones are taken care of with our outstanding facilities. Our added services include a procedure room and also the capability of MRIs. With our imaging, we are able to offer outpatient, inpatient, and emergency room, MRI, CT, ultrasound, and X-ray. We are honored by your support and look forward to serving all your future medical needs.
Back here live at Tiger Stadium for the kick. Franklin Delk approaching the ball. I knew he was going to do that. Almost gets it over their head at the 10 or 9. They're going to run. They get to the corner, and whoo.
The Honey Badger.
The Honey Badger gets out there, and who was that? T.J. Gray on the tackle out there, takes it head on. He said, "I'll tell you, I'm not a man that just score touchdowns.
Play everything.
I do it all." And you know, you talk about that senior leadership, and that's what a school like Tulsa, you know, a lot of D1 schools, they like to see some guys that, you know, can also stick their head in there and make a tackle, do what the coach asks.
The key about the whole thing is just being unselfish. And doing anything the team needs.
Great play by Mr. Black right there. We talk about him a lot, but man, he, you know, you got a guy. He's taking on, you know, they run a little option right there, and he takes on the quarterback, and the quarterback pitches it. He's also got the pitch man for you. He said,
"Yeah, that's a good GT read. That's one of those good little gadget plays where you're running GT to the field and running quarterback option to the weak side."
Okay, what we got going on here?
We're going to shift from a bunch set to.
You better get set.
They got a problem.
Houston.
The problem with those is the referees sometimes don't know it. There's so much stuff going on. I'm going to throw the big post, and that will be great.
Man,
great
really good job by Roman White. And I'll tell you what he did is Roman stayed off of the receiver about 5 or 6 yards way downfield, just baiting him into that throw. And as soon as he threw it up in the air, he went and had great coverage on him and almost got him a pick right there.
But do the the seatbelt lock?
Oh yeah,
what's that?
Yeah, well that too. Whatever you want to call it.
I can't remember what I thought it was.
I think aren't they putting like a dagger or something in their?
Those DBs are something different. Who knows?
Strapping up the seatbelt?
Strapped up.
Strapped TV.
Strapped TV. Those D-backs get creative with celebratory.
Okay.
Really hard run by Nac right there.
Man, good job by Tim Austin to stick his neck in there, put a lick on him. Man, there's nothing like a game on Texarkana Game Day and Tiger Vision here at Graham. It pops on your screen, and we get a lot of cameras, and I know we'll give them all a shout out later on in the day, or in the night. But man, what a great production they put on, and they really make us look good, Jeremy.
I know, that's what I was saying earlier when you're down. I said, I feel like George Strait walking on the stage. You walk in here and everybody's got everything set up. Everybody's been here all day working, getting everything hooked up, and I walk in about 5 minutes before we start like I'm running this thing. But
what do you want, Doty? We're going to take a timeout with them with 15 seconds left on the clock. We'll be back.
Here at Local Habit Coffee Company, we are true coffee connoisseurs and the area's only third wave coffee shop. We are excited as football and fall rolls around to introduce this year's fall drink lineup. We have an all-organic homemade pumpkin spice latte, a delicious s'mores latte, and finally, a smoked maple bourbon cortado that can only be described as fall in a cup. No matter what your preference, you can get your dose of fall right here at Local Habit. We cannot wait to see you in one of our shops, and remember to go make something good happen.
We're back here at Tiger Stadium at Grimm Park with the Tigers up 24-0 in the first half. Got a 4th and 1 for Nacogdoches, and our defense hadn't been giving up many first downs. I bet we've given up 2, possibly 3 in this first half, but you got that award-winning Tiger band down there loosening up, and man, their performance gets better every game, and they incorporate a little bit more. And I've seen them working on those oil rigs out there, and man, you're going to get a chance to see a really good band. And of course, we always win
halftime. Tell you.
4th and 1. Take it right up the middle.
Looks like they got just enough for the first down.
Oh, no, boy.
Yeah, that's going to be a first.
He's going to give it to him. They're going to stop the clock because they're going to call a timeout. We're going to stay here this time.
Yeah, I'm going to give a shout out real quick to my building maintenance lead, Miss LaQuita Reitner, and her husband Tony.
They watching?
They're watching. My Aunt Kelly and Aunt Christy's both watching from Texarkana and
West.
Way up by Ashdown, Arkansas.
Tim West, class of 1984. Look, Jack Martin said
Jack
we're
Martin.
sounding good tonight.
Hey,
And he
appreciate
said-
it, Mr.
and
Jack.
And more importantly, he said go Tigers.
Go
'cause
Tigers.
We
Absolutely.
know we don't sound really well, but we like that you said go Tigers, Jack. Jack gets to call a lot of games for the Tigers.
Tamika Hall tuned in. Miss Mary Davis, Tim West, all supporting our Tigers. Laura Banks. We're giving shout-outs. Make sure you guys are sharing this on your Facebook page and trying to get as many people to watch the Tigers as we can.
Let's see an important guy, Paul Norton. Have you said his name yet?
I have not. I didn't see Mr.
He didn't
Norton.
ask for a shout-out, but I see that he's watching. He
Our
likes
former superintendent,
Yeah.
Mr. Paul Norton. Always good to have him.
He likes the big orange tea.
Yeah, he's a guy that's been here for
high
a
school
while.
he does.
Yeah. We got Kathy Brashears from Greenville, Texas, watching.
Susie Stroop Carroll watching along.
Back to the action.
12 seconds.
12 to go.
Oh, good job.
Got a wheel route.
Man,
Great pressure
You're
right
right.
there.
Great pressure by
Zion
number
Dillard.
21. Yeah. Zion got in that backfield, and because of it, they got a little route out there to the back, and he was open, but there's no way he could get it to him with Zion in his face, and really good job. What they call? Something on holding. 12 men on the field.
12 men on defense.
Hey, sometimes that's what it takes.
Sometimes we just want to see if the officials are on
now
on
we
top
may
of
put
things.
10.
Yeah, now we just want to
We're
prove
going to
a
put
point.
10 and say, hey, we're trying to even this out. What do you want to do, Dodie? You want to hear our voice some more? We're going to stay
We're
here.
gonna stay
Dodie
here.
wants to hear us, and more importantly, I want to hear myself. Because I would think they could let that slide, Jeremy, with 12 if you put 10 out there the next play. Because
we're going on
I did go to
averages.
Arkansas High, but I know that we average things like that, and I don't know. I think sometimes they want to call a penalty on us.
Oh, I
but-
know Coach Stanford. Look at Coach Stanford on the screen right now. He wasn't real happy with 12 men on the field. You don't. Of course, when you get up in a game like this, you don't want things to become sloppy. You don't want any kind of complacent stuff going on. And I will say this, Coach Stanford does a good job staying on coaches about it. Anytime we have too many men on the field, that's a coaching issue.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's when you'll see him going. He goes berserk sometimes. I always mess with him, tell him he blacks out down there when we have too many on the field on offense or too many on defense or those things. But he does a good job staying on. I know the coaching staff to make sure we don't have senseless penalties. But that will get him from going 0 to 100. Tony Kirk, Mr. Kirk, the living legend, is on here.
Well, he's just woken up from his afternoon nap, is what it is, and he's just now
He's about to
seeing.
go get on
and he's not one to stay at a 24-0 game, so you'll see him drop off here in a little bit. But,
Yeah, he's going to go get on a pontoon on Lake Hamilton and just roll around there.
He can't be driving a pontoon after all day out on the
Got
beach.
a quad set to the field. Here we got pressure. Oh, broken tackle.
Couple of them. We're going to get them from behind right
Zion Dillard chasing him down from behind. He missed him to start. Great effort by Zion, and that'll bring us to halftime.
And I'll tell you what, up 24-0 at half, you got to think it was a good job by the Tigers. I know they'll try to get some guys in the second half, so they're going to go in, and we're going to take a quick break and be right back for the Texas High Tiger Band.
Life is busy, and we get it. The State Bank mobile app was designed to make banking more convenient for you. Check account activity, make transfers, pay bills, and manage your debit card in a snap. You can deposit checks from the convenience of your home or wherever life lands you. The State Bank app lets you organize your accounts, manage alerts, and easily email our customer service experts. Now that you have State Bank at your fingertips, you can spend more time doing what's important to you.
Your family, your bank, State Bank.
Whether you're looking for a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, or maybe a new or pre-owned boat or RV, care for a car wash, had a fender bender, or you need service on your vehicle, boat, or RV, we have it all when you let us exceed your expectations at Greg Orr Auto, Marine, and RV in Shreveport, Texarkana, and Ashdown. Shop hassle-free and always be treated like family while choosing from our sensational selection. In Shreveport, visit Orr Acura, Orr BMW, Orr Cadillac, and the Greg Orr Pre-Owned Super Center. In Texarkana, Classic Buick GMC, Classic Cadillac, Classic Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Classic Kia, Classic Mazda, Classic Pre-Owned, the Classic Car Wash, Greg Orr Marine and RV, Greg Orr Collision, and Classic Chevrolet in Ashdown. Or visit gregorrauto.com.
halftime entertainment. Nacogdoches is proudly present the award-winning Nacogdoches High School marching band, NHS Runners, and the Dragonette Drill Team. Tonight we are proud to begin our portion of the halftime entertainment with the award-winning Nacogdoches High School Dragonette Drill Team and Runners. The drill team is under the direction of Mrs. Lisa Fuller and Assistant Director Andy Howard. The Dragonettes are led onto the field by All-American Captain Caitlin Bobo, All-American Captain Charity Meredith, All-American Captain Anna Davis, All-American Captain Terrence Robbins, All-American Captain Katie Calloway, All-American Captain Riley Stevenson, and All-American Major Sterling Smith. The Dragonettes will perform a vibrant skirt routine choreographed by Sterling Smith and Caitlin Bobo to Toxic. and Spirits of the Week, Amy Cantu and Gracie Rodriguez. In the tradition of the famed East Texas style of precision marching, we proudly present the award-winning Nacogdoches High School Marching Band. The band is led onto the field tonight by senior drum major Adrian Lavista. The band will be performing Hail to the Fleet, Hornet Cavalier, and Kinesi March. Watson, and the front sponsor.
Here at Local Habit Coffee Company, we are true coffee connoisseurs and the area's only third wave coffee shop. We are excited as football and fall rolls around to introduce this year's fall drink lineup. We have an all-organic homemade pumpkin spice latte, a delicious s'mores latte, and finally, a smoked maple bourbon cortado that can only be described as fall in a cup. No matter what your preference, you can get your dose of fall right here at Local Habit. We cannot wait to see you in one of our shops, and remember to go make something good happen.
Robinson and her mom, Casey. Senior Lieutenant Liberty Maldonado Cowan and her mom, Anna. And Senior Captain Cameron Dean and her mom, Kim. The high stepper of the week is Senior Carrington Grant and her mom, Casey. Teacher of the week is Katie Diaz. Thank you, Ms. Diaz, for all you do for Texas High School. We're proud to always fight like Ms. Diaz. Our performance tonight dedicated to you. And tonight, the High Steppers and their special guests will entertain you with a routine to Give Me Some Lovin'. Ladies and gentlemen, give some lovin' to your Texas High Steppers. Steppers. How about a big hand for them and their moms, and one very brave dad. The Texas High Steppers. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the Texarkana Independent School District proudly presents for your halftime entertainment the award-winning Texas High School Tiger Marching Band. The Tiger Band, under the direction of Arnie Lawson, Steve Bennett, Emily Goff, Dominic Phillips, Crystal Davis, Ryan Hathaway, Nicholas Talbot, Herman Montoya, and assisted by Carol East and Connor Cordes. The Tiger Band led on the field tonight by drum majors senior Katie Russell and junior Xavier Briggs. No one questions the idea that the quest for oil is a quest for power. Formula for success. Rise early, work hard, strike oil. Some people find oil, others don't. Tonight, we feature our 2023 competition show entitled Liquid Gold. Soloists tonight were Nacogdoches.
What's it like at Texarkana College? Life-changing. Starting here means you can go anywhere. We offer student support, student life, dual credit, and hands-on training. And now you can enroll anytime. We'll help you start your future at Texarkana College. Get started by visiting us on campus or online at texarkanacollege.edu. Your future starts here. What?
Merry Christmas.
Welcome back to Grimm Stadium, where the Texas High Tigers have a comfortable lead. Like I said, my name is Jeremy Harrell, and I am now proud to bring the Texas High family and community. Me and Billy Lavender talk a lot about Arkansas Razorbacks, but now I've talked to Nate. I said, Nate, you got to be here so we can bring our Texas Longhorn family into the mix. And so, ladies and gentlemen, we have Rose Hill.
Yeah, Rose Hill.
Rose Hill. We've got a state champion, my brother from the 02 state championship team.
Yes, sir.
We've got the national champion, Texas Longhorn, Nathan Jones, number 9, the historic, probably best receiver we've ever had here, and I'll stand by that. Nate, how's it been going, man?
It's been going good, man. Excited to come here tonight and watch some football. I bleed football, you know. Today, tomorrow, and Sunday, that's all I'm going to do, sit there.
I know. That's the thing. You know, I talked to Cody. We had Cody Reese back. Cody Reese is back here, a former alum. So I told Cody now he's an Arla. He's a washed-up has-been like we all are now. And Nate, I want to get your opinion on this. And playing at Arkansas, playing in the SEC, going against all the, big schools in the country, you playing at Texas, going against all the stiff competition, playing in the national championship game. Is there anything better than playing a high school game at Grimm Stadium?
No, I feel like this field right here was one of the greatest fields I played at, as far as getting to Texas Stadium for the state championship. But as far as that, I mean, we have great fans. Everybody come out and support. And, I just like to see it orange,
I'm telling you,
it's beautiful.
There's football played all across the state of Texas, but until somebody comes to Grimm Stadium, there's nothing better to watch a high school. The historic facilities we have here, we always have a good turnout. Our band's always rocking. Our cheerleaders cheering. Our drill teams are always dancing. Our student section goes crazy. It's just great to see how, from when we were here in 02, and, of course, me being older than you a little bit,
right.
Being able to see the tradition continue, it's just something special, especially for our Texas High family. So what we'll do from here, we'll get the camera. We'll be back live. I'll keep Nate with us for a couple possessions so we can get some good skill possession type information from Nate. Nate's the guy he's carried a lot of footballs over the day, so he can elaborate a lot better than I can when you're handling the ball, how to run away from people, because you either have speed or you're chasing it.
Right.
So Texas High is coming out 24-0. Nate, coming into halftime, what do you tell your team? All the teams you've been on, especially when you were at Texas, as good as y'all were and blew out teams, how hard is it at halftime? What are some things that the coaches tell you and what you've known just from being a player to keep the guys focused at halftime?
Well, playing with Coach Brown, he had a tale of two different halves. First half, go out there and do what you got to do. Second half, refocus and go out there and execute. Because you can, as far as this league right here in this game, I mean, you could just slip up in the game, be back close. So it was always something Coach Brown installed in us, play 2 halves, totally different, you don't know, overcome adversity and come out here, especially with them getting the ball the first drive. They got to go out there and put it in the end zone right now.
You want to make a great opening statement because you want to start that because obviously as former players on teams that's been pretty successful over the years, to say you're going to keep a level of intensity up, as it's kind of hard. Far-fetched a little bit, but you want to come out the first 5 to 6 minutes of the third quarter, and you really want to impose yourself on them, whether you're on defense or offense. Right here, we got a pin-pull scheme to Tadarian Ball. Really good job getting around the edge. Touchdown. Great block by Evan Holman, and they are not going to catch Tadarian Ball, number 3. What a great run, great blocking, and we got a touchdown for the Texas High Tigers. Billy Lavender's got it in the background. Good call.
Great execution, man.
Absolutely.
Great pull and great blocks, man on man. This Texas High team look very explosive from when we played Earl.
Right here, we've got a Texar instant replay. You see Evan Holman, number 55, leading the way right there. Tradarian Ball. Nate, I was telling people, especially everybody that's watching, if you ever want to see what a Division I athlete looks like, look at Tradarian Ball, number 3.
Man, the sky's the limit for that kid.
Especially being a sophomore.
Right.
He's making plays that sophomores usually don't make, or they don't know they're supposed to make. Anyway, the snap is up, kick is up, and it is good. Good snap, good hold, good field goal. And with that, 11:29 in the third quarter, the score is 31-0. We will go to break, be back shortly.
We are excited to announce here at Texarkana Emergency Center and Hospital that we have expanded our capabilities to better serve our community. As a hospital, we have the capability for inpatient services. After your outstanding emergency care, we can smoothly transition you into one of our new inpatient rooms that have telemetry monitors in every room to continue your concierge medicine care. While our patients continue receiving their care in their inpatient suites, we also make sure that your loved ones are taken care of with our outstanding facilities. Our added services include a procedure room and also the capability of MRIs. With our imaging, we are able to offer outpatient, inpatient, and emergency room, MRI, CT, ultrasound, and X-ray. We are honored by your support and look forward to serving all your future medical needs.
And we're back to action here at Grimm Stadium. Tigers up 31-0. We have the kickoff. Franklin Delk kicks it to about the 20-yard line. Going to be fielded by Nacogdoches, brought up to the near hash to about the 31-yard line. Great hit. You want to make sure on these special teams you're covering down. Nate, you're a fast guy, so you could probably explain a little bit better. I was telling the people that you got to keep your angles. You got to keep your outside free. You want to get them running laterally as quick as you can on kickoffs.
Yeah. Well, you take a wrong angle in football, it could be a touchdown.
Yep.
So that's the key, even on defense. You got to take the right angle, do the right things. Something that you learn early.
Yep. Good job right here. You got a power play by Nacogdoches. Going to be strung out. It's going to be stopped by a host of Tigers, but number 54, Kenneth Merriman, the senior defensive tackle, on the stop, among other ones. Really, our defense has showed up tonight, obviously holding Nacogdoches to a goose egg right now. So really good job by Coach Hawk and Coach Wilson getting defense prepared and lined up. Nate, I tell everybody, defense is about alignment and assignment football. If you are misaligned, you will get exposed in a hurry.
Especially when you're up here looking at it from this view.
Absolutely. Taquan Black on the chase. It looks like number 17, Alex Jones, on the tackle on a little speed option. I used to love speed option. Speed option, you get in the option game, you get assignment football. You better have somebody for each person or the band's going to play. We do have a penalty. Calling a face mask on number 0, Taquan Black. Give an automatic first down. Nate, you got to tell me about what was it about when y'all played USC? I played USC before. We got 70 hung on us. So, Reggie, we still ain't tackled Reggie Bush yet. So, what was it like playing in the national championship against USC and really bringing the first national championship in a long time back to the state of Texas?
Well, building up to that game, the first, 2 weeks, getting out there to the national championship, the Rose Bowl, Coach Brown wasn't worrying about Reggie Bush. He just said all 11 guys got to get to the ball. His biggest focus was Lindell White. We didn't really have an answer for him because he was a power runner, and then, their block scheme, they was good. So building up to that game, we knew USC was the favorite, but we knew we had a guy on our side named Vince Young. So it was, it was just a battle test, and then.
Hold on, guys. We'll start right here with the Texar instant replay. Host tackled by number 40 is Shaylin Cooper. All right, go ahead, Nate. I love it. I wish I'd have played in the national championship.
And when Vince lost that Heisman Trophy, I knew there was.
You knew it was on then. Didn't you?
I knew it was on.
He wanted to show. I mean, just watching the game, you could tell that it was just a matter of time.
Right.
He took over the game. As a great a player as he was, one thing that me and you I know talked about previously when we played y'all in Fayetteville, when y'all beat us.
Right.
I wish me, you, and Corey and Jacob Skinner could all got a picture on the field. Even though we lost, I wish we could have got that picture. And looking back on it, at the time, such a special time for Texas High State champions on the field and such a big game with so much at stake.
Right.
I just wish we could have.
And then coming down to that last play. Coming down to that play, man.
Yeah, we sit there. Matt got hit by, I'll never forget, Larry Dibbles.
Yeah.
Remember Big Dibbles? Dibs, yeah. He hit Matt, and slow motion, the ball comes out. Y'all recover it, and I think I collapsed to my knees because it was only about a 2-point game. We were marching to kick a field goal for the win. But either way, it was a good game. But I always look back, and I know I've talked to you about that before. That's one of the regrets I have from all of our college experiences is me, you, and Corey Sutton and Jacob Skinner. We didn't get the picture after the game that I wish we would have, just so we could have had it for over the years. Either way, we got a 4th down for Nacogdoches.
Hold it tight end.
We got pressure on them. We're either going to get a holding or a late hit, one of the two. Holding. We'll decline that, and that'll be a turnover on downs. We will get the offense back.
Man, it's good to see the orange, just going out there battle every Friday.
Nate, I gotta ask this question.
Talk to me.
Being a Texas Longhorn, what is it like with Matthew McConaughey on the sideline?
Man,
is he as good-looking dude in person as he is on TV?
That's a good-looking man.
He's a good-looking dude.
He got his own swag to himself.
He's got swag. I'm telling you, that would be my number one pitch as a recruiter at Texas. Is Matthew McConaughey. He would be at everything.
He got a song that he used to sing to us every game, and I just can't think of it right now. But he came in, and
you ever walk by him and just want to just touch him on the shoulder and make sure he's real?
I don't want to get nothing dirty on him. He's too clean.
He's clean. I'm telling you, there's some people that got swag, and he is one of those guys. It doesn't matter. He's always camera ready. It doesn't matter if Texas is winning or losing. If Bevo just took a dump on the field, the camera finds him, and he is always camera ready.
A nice guy, man. Matthew is a great guy to be around and just learn different things from. The couple times I have been around him and just got a chance to talk to him. Level of respect for, no matter what stage he's been on, he got the respect for all the guys and the players and have a great conversation with us.
I don't know if it's comparable, but y'all had Matthew McConaughey on the sideline. At Arkansas one game, we had Al Borland from Home Improvement, Tim the Toolman Taylor guy, Al Borland. We had him on the sideline one time, but, man, it's always great to have our former players here, especially my brother from the 02 state championship team. Nate was, we got a lot of freshmen out here playing, actually. And I said the only freshman I remember actually playing was Nate Jones. Your freshman year, we had some injuries, and you come in, you caught a touchdown against North Lamar. I don't know how I still remember that, but I do. You just run a big post. It's either a big post,
big post.
Yeah, you're about the only true freshman that I can remember playing for Texas High as a true freshman. We got freshmen out everywhere.
And the talent level, it's just we always produce great talent. And the thing about us is just execute.
Yeah.
We beat ourselves. And in the games that we have lost, we beat ourselves.
Yeah.
And Texas High have a lot of great talent on this team
right now. Texas High's beating herself because my man Knox Pilgrim just got an earful from Coach Stanford from either missing a block, not going the right direction. Being a receiver out there blocking on space, what's kind of the first thing that you think of when you're a receiver and you're trying to go block a DB?
Move your feet.
Feet.
Move your feet. The key is the feet. It's the same. For any blocking scheme is feet, you know.
Yeah.
A lot of guys over lunge and get thrown out the way, but it's all about the feet.
Tell them the last thing you want to do, especially in that situation as a receiver, is miss the block, because that's how people get wind up get put in the hospital. Because you got guys running full speed and they have space and collisions are bad. Either way, coming off penalty, we got a first down from about the 39-yard line of Nacogdoches. David J takes the snap. Low snap. He's got his eyes up. He's looking for a comeback for Cam Reitner, number 2. We're going to have a hold on number 21. Nate, what's your route depth on one of those little quick hitches?
Supposed to be 5 yards.
5 and come back?
Back when I was with Coach Red, it was 5. So,
a lot of times you catch it, turn it, stick your foot in the ground, make somebody miss, and get north and south.
Go to the house, man.
Well, we used to call that quick 101.
Yeah, quick 101.
Quick 101, yeah. I didn't really know the plays back then. I just knew throw it to Nate, and we'd be all right. It all starts with good protection. David J's been on point all game today. He's been throwing lasers on glance routes. I remember you catching glance and going to the house. Those glance routes are quick action, they're quick hitting, and
you make that corner miss or that safety miss, it's touchdown.
So David J gets everybody set. Access denied. Invalid password on that for Tredarian Ball. Nowhere to go inside the teeth of the Nacogdoches defense. 7:43 left in the third quarter. Texas High up 31-0. Hopefully we can keep – this is why I don't like coaching defense, because when you get up this much, at some point the backups will come in, and then if you give up a points, everybody's mad and yelling and screaming. Offense, we can just punt the ball. Defense, you can't. You've got to stop them where they're going to score. Good protection. David J has a 9-route. Cam Reitner, right off the outstretched fingertips. Cam Reitner, a little sophomore, can roll now. He come in a little bit when David J got injured earlier in the year at quarterback. He got a cannon for an arm, and he's quick as you can get. Nate, what kind of release do we need to do on one of those 9? We call a 9 route in the old route tree system. A 9 is what we call a go route.
Attack is inside to get him to shuffle over a little bit, and then, the bottom of the numbers, how Coach Red used to have us run down the bottom of the numbers and catch it over the shoulder. And now if he playing hard outside, you just attack his outside and just release inside and just stack him. I
was telling, me and Billy was talking about it earlier, either you have speed or you're chasing it. And guys like you.
Touchdown.
Come on, baby.
That's the first down.
First down. Nope, it's going to be probably about right at the first down mark. First down for the Texas High Tigers for about the Nacogdoches 23-yard line. We're going to keep Nate with us until we get this score right here. But, Nate, if I don't get a chance to tell you, man, I love you. I'm glad you're here. Anytime you want to be up here on Texarkana Game Day, brought to you by Tiger Vision, you are always welcome, my friend. You see Mr. A down there. Mr. A's been doing it a long time.
That's my man.
Hey, Mr. A was here when we were in here. Yeah, he's been doing it a long time. Corey Long, the former kicker on the state champion team, logged in. Really good job right there. I believe that's number 19. No, it's not number 19. Is it 19? Yeah, Maud Moore on the carry. He's a sophomore. We got a lot of young players out here.
Getting experience.
Yeah, absolutely. Former alum Sky Crane watching. My Aunt Christie's logged in. Like I said, Corey Long, our kicker. Justin Leathers, our tight end. Leathers is logged in. Here go Knox Pilgreen on the little skinny post right there, right off his tip. Yeah, we got some former Texas High state champions logged in here. Shout out to Donnie Harris. Wants to give you a shout out, Nate.
Appreciate that, Donnie. See you tomorrow.
Yeah, Coach Middlebrooks, Cam Radney, one of my former linemen. He's on here as well. Brings up a third down and about 5. David J fakes the handoff and throws it on a 7 route to B.
Good catch.
B Hall, number 13. That 7 route's always open.
Always open.
Cody Reese, tell him the 7 route is always. That's what I was telling the 7.
I'm sitting here looking at all that side of the field. I'm like, why they just not going to throw an inside fade out over there to the pylon?
Tell him that 7 route's always open in the game of football. In our route tree concept, the 7 route is a corner.
Good ball by David J.
David J has been on point all game, and that brings our score to 37-0 with 6 minutes left in the third quarter. Not sure what the officials are talking about right here.
The spin of the ball and the dance, but I loved it.
Oh, we're doing a little celebratory. Coach Stanford won't like that, but you know what? If you catch a 7 round as pretty as that, we got an instant replay here, brought to you by Texark instant replay right here. B Hall off the fingertips. See if he gets a little spin action on that ball. Do we stay on that? Hey, if you don't see it, it didn't happen. I don't know what they're calling. If we don't see it, it didn't happen. Here we go. Knox Pilgreen, the deep snapper for the extra point team. Worth McMillan on the hold. Franklin Delk, the kick is up, and it is good. Well, Nate, thank you for coming, my man. Good to see you. I know our Tiger family loves you and appreciate everything you've done for this Texas High program, a national champion, a state champion. You're just a champion all the way, but more importantly, you're my brother, my man.
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll take a break right now. We'll be back with Billy Lavender and my man Todd Marshall.
Life is busy, and we get it. The State Bank mobile app was designed to make banking more convenient for you. Check account activity, make transfers, pay bills, and manage your debit card in a snap. You can deposit checks from the convenience of your home or wherever life lands you. The State Bank app lets you organize your accounts, manage alerts, and easily email our customer service experts. Now that you have State Bank at your fingertips, you can spend more time doing what's important to you.
Your family, your bank, State Bank.
All right, we're back from break right here at Tiger Stadium at Grimm Park, where the Tigers are up 38-0, and they've inserted the B team back in. Billy Lavender along with Todd Marshall. Todd, what you think of the game so far?
It's a great night for the Tigers. I do agree the B team is in. You know, when I get on here, you know we're struggling, but it's a great night on the field for the Tigers. Senior night, 38-0 here in the middle of the third quarter. So it's a good opportunity for some guys to get some reps and get better and kind of start prepping as we move forward through the rest of the schedule. So want to just continue to have a good, clean game.
Absolutely.
Execute.
Yep. Brought down by a host of Tigers right there, and you said it. You want to see a clean game. You want to see no injuries. And here's the thing is you like to see something like this happen on senior night where you can for sure get the seniors in. And I know Coach Stanford was talking to him. He said, hey, we're going to get all of y'all in and try to get some guys who don't normally play. That's what they try to do. You're not trying to run up the score or anything like that.
I think you're right, too, because, again, there's a lot of schedule left, a lot of important games left on the schedule that are going to really make a difference and have an impact on when we start the postseason, kind of how that's going to work out and shape up. So it's really important now. I think, like you said, keep it clean, stay healthy, but also get guys reps because you never know when your number is going to be called moving forward. So great opportunity here. And, again, it's senior night. It's a great crowd here tonight.
Man, I'm telling you, being down on the field and looking up at the crowd before the game and just seeing hardly any seats empty on the home side. And, you know, at Texas High, we put the band and the high steppers and the good rush right there. Good job by the Tigers to get another sack, you know, led by Tyquan Black right there. And, man, that guy is constantly, him and Merriman, we're going to see on our Texar replay, they did it so fast. It's hard to see him get back there. There it is right there. Watch right here. Right there. Boy, both of them bringing him down. And, man, seeing several black hats on the ball all night. Nacogdoches just can't get anything going on offense. Now they got third and about 16. Man in motion to the low part of the screen. He's going to go to him, and good defense. It was good defense. Yeah, he's going to get a push off on the offensive guy, and Tim Austin, defensive back for the Tigers, number 5, was there in perfect position and just got pushed by the receiver, and they're gonna call that. and we'll accept the penalty, and it'll be third, and they'll need to get to Falk to pick it up. But good call. We called it, Mr. Cranford. We called it about 10 seconds ago. But anyway, I'm telling you that the crowd showed up, and like I was saying, we put a lot of people, our student section and everybody on that side, and to see this thing filled up is really big for the seniors. You know.
Yes.
So.
Well, again, that was a great catch down here on the bottom of your screen. He did push off, but he still made a great catch. But yeah, it is great, and I hear Coach Harrell mention it all the time about how it's just a great. No place better than Grimm Stadium to play a football game. Man. And I know these guys are excited to get out here. We haven't really – everyone's still here, even though it's a big lead for the Tigers here in the third quarter. A lot of people are still here enjoying the night, enjoying the nice weather. And, again, it looks like we've got, third and 30?
Third and 30.
So –
Falk. Anything
happens.
Over 25, you dang near got to get to Falk. Oh, boy.
Set up a screen, and it's going nowhere.
And we have out-executed every play on defense. And, there's one play earlier where we didn't get it. Hey, tell us a little bit. We had something at 4:30 yesterday, didn't we, on a campus?
Yeah, we did. We actually are a future campus, a very historic site in the district. Yesterday, we had a groundbreaking for the future Parks Elementary School, which is going to be constructed at the old Pine Street site, which is everyone knows in TISD. And in the Texarkana community, that site is very tradition-rich for this community and for TISD as a whole. So much history, so many great conversations at the event, just hearing stories and talking to different people that attended Pine Street. I didn't realize, and the conversation where there were so many people that are connected to that campus, either walking the halls or working there, that are still in the community as representatives in the city area. Also,
George Moore was there.
He was there. He's a Hall of Famer. He's a principal. A lot of his former students are there. There are people in our community that have kids in the district. But it was a fun day. It was really good. Had a great turnout. Great weather. Had a chance really to do something exciting. We're excited about that facility. Able to provide the students from the Highland Park Elementary campus and the Spring Lake Park campus to be able to come together at the new campus in fall of 2025. But exciting times and just it's great hearing stories, because every time we talk about the Pine Street site, we'll get people will start sharing stories about the school. So I'm sure we've probably got people talking about it now, about attending old Pine Street. But it is a great place, and just a great place for our community, and a lot of excitement to see it happen, to see it come back.
I'll tell you what, we got a Tiger down right there, and we'll go ahead and take a break and be right back to report on that.
Here at Local Habit Coffee Company, we are true coffee connoisseurs and the area's only third wave coffee shop. We are excited as football and fall rolls around to introduce this year's fall drink lineup. We have an all-organic homemade pumpkin spice latte, a delicious s'mores latte, and finally, a smoked maple bourbon cortado that can only be described as fall in a cup. No matter what your preference, you can get your dose of fall right here at Local Habit. We cannot wait to see you in one of our shops, and remember to go make something good happen.
We're back here live. As you can see, number 19, Ahmad Moore, sophomore, running back, got bent back from what I saw from up here and immediately went down, and it looks like something in the lower leg on his right side, and you can see we've got a heck of a training staff. Carla Sarah and Forrest Bridges out there, and old Doc there, Trey Mitchell, helping him off. But man, you want to pray for him, say a special little prayer that it's nothing. He's going in there and giving it his all, and just got kind of bent back on the tackle.
It was a weird.
It was just one of those weird things, and you sit here and you football's a violent game, but man, you don't want something like that to happen. And good kid. David J. to B. Hall, and B. Hall breaks a tackle, makes a man miss, gets to the 20 and fights his way, still doesn't go down because that's what he does. B. Hall is a man, and you take a guy of his physical stature, and it's not very big, but I'm telling you, the kid, pound for pound, is very, very strong, and he fought 3 guys off of him and still didn't go down, and gets it all the way down to about the 18-yard line where the Tigers will have a 1st and 10, and we're inside the orange zone. Tigers need to make a good showing right here and put another 7 on the board. David J. looking for Knox Pilgreen. He's open. Touchdown, Tigers! Knox Pilgreen. He's been open tonight, and David J. finds him in the end zone. He goes up and high points the ball, and number 80 comes away with 6.
That's a great job by. He did a great. He slow released and went out and just kind of stuck around in there and then broke off to the end zone and was wide open. Made a great catch.
Yep.
Great throw by David J. for a touchdown.
He was open, and when the ball got there, a guy was kind of peeled back, and he goes up and high points it, and because of it, the Tigers are up 44-0 with extra point pending.
Well, it's a great job on the play before with B. Hall. I mean, with him, you down there, he's got a guy that's one-on-one. It's really 2-on-1, and he made one guy miss and just took on the other guy head on and got another 3 or 4 yards. Just really feeds this offense, really feeds off guys like him, energy, and the way he promotes and goes. Pretty good stuff.
Man, I'm telling you, you take and we had a little pre-snap penalty right there, but you like to get Delk a little extra action from a little bit further distance. See what he's got right here. Knox Pilgreen, the man that started it, will finish it, gives it back to Worth McMillan. Worth puts it down perfect, and Mr. Delk says, I'll see you, and raise you 1. And because of it, you'll see right here on the replay of Potter throwing a bullet right up top. Knox goes up, gets it over number 8. He doesn't do a dance. Knox doesn't get a 15-yarder. He gives him a little fist pump and says, hey, we love it.
I think I would have spiked that.
You would have spiked
or
that?
Or do the old the old Alvin Harper back. Those that know who Alvin Harper is, if I could, I would have went up and tried to dunk it over the goalpost.
Yeah.
I'd have took my 15-yarder, but if it was me,
you would have had to put me on your neck for me to go up and dunk it.
I would have been playing anyway, so I'd have dunked it.
There we are. They can see. I can't get very high. But
I'd have got my 15 minutes of fame, and then I would have went back and sat on the bench. But maybe I'd have had that on the highlight tape.
I like that Texarkana Game Day deal.
Well,
they hadn't given me one of those.
Yeah, well, I think this is like first edition. This was the inaugural year of Game Day.
Okay,
so
all right.
I was out here earlier and I got cold, so I had to go get a jacket.
I understand. Well, man, I'll tell you what, it's 45-0, but man, you're gonna start seeing some guys getting sprinkled in here, and man, we're gonna try to give everybody a shout out that gets out there that's not normally out there, but really good drive by the Tigers right there, several plays, finishing up with David Potter to Knox Pilgreen.
So I don't have Coach Harrell down here, but I would like to know, I wonder how many more series David J. would go. I know he missed a few weeks, so I know Coach wants to continue to get him reps as the Nacogdoches guy breaks a run. On the kickoff return, he's going to go 25-10 touchdown.
That. Yeah, I'll tell you what, he may have been coming out, but that may give David J. one more series. I know probably what they were probably saying is, hey, we want to, and this game's not in any kind of jeopardy right there. The defense isn't going to like that, even though they didn't give up a touchdown. But I think Mr. Delk thought that he'd give him he made a really good play on a deal earlier in the year in Tyler, and he let the guy get about a 10-yard head start. He let that one get about a 5-yard head start, couldn't catch him.
Yeah.
But they put 6 on the board, and it's 45-6. And I'm guessing that they probably told David J., hey, we're gonna get you in the third quarter, and that's gonna be it. And he puts it up and makes it through, and it's 45-7. And we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back for Texarkana Game Day.
Whether you're looking for a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, or maybe a new or pre-owned boat or RV, care for a car wash, had a fender bender, or you need service on your vehicle, boat, or RV, we have it all when you let us exceed your expectations at Greg Orr Auto, Marine, and RV in Shreveport, Texarkana, and Ashdown. Shop hassle-free and always be treated like family while choosing from our sensational selection. In Shreveport, visit Orr Acura, or BMW, or Cadillac, and the Greg Orr Pre-Owned Super Center. In Texarkana, classic Buick GMC, classic Cadillac, classic Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, classic Kia, classic Mazda, classic Pre-Owned, the Classic Car Wash, Greg Orr Marine and RV, Greg Orr Collision, and Classic Chevrolet in Ashdown. Or visit gregorrauto.com.
And we're back live at Tiger Stadium, and with 2:06 left in the third quarter, we finally got to figure out what the fight song for Nacogdoches is. So we heard that for the first time tonight.
Hopefully it's the last time.
Yeah. Oh, we got an onside
kick that's not going to go 10 yards, but there's a scrum in the middle. I think the Tigers have it on about the 45.
Man, we were retreating on the front line, and if we got that, we got lucky because that kicker had his own kick, and we did that earlier in the year, and we recovered our own kick. Mr. Delk did, but good job by the Tigers to battle back and get that ball. And we're looking down here, and I don't see the helmet on David J. Potter, so I'm guessing that Cam Reitner will be our quarterback in the third quarter. And
it looks like he's coming in.
He's in, but he's been at receiver a lot tonight. But he is set to – no, he is at receiver, and it is going to be my man Worth McMillan.
My man Worth.
Yep.
Here we go.
So give him a little action, a quarter and a half tonight. He hands it off to the third guy tonight that's toted the rock from back there, and that's number 34, and I don't have him. Oh, yeah, I do. Keelan Nash, running back. He's a junior.
Nice hard run by Keelan there, getting about 7 yards and setting up a second short here on the 50, around the 50-yard line. Looks like it's about the 49 for the Tigers.
I see Sanders Wiggins out there, who's the H-back, sometimes called tight end. He's flanked off.
I think the old school guys call it tight end.
Yeah, that's what I call
it. H-back.
I'm old school. Pin and
little
pull.
Counter action there. Another
Keelan,
hard run by Keelan is going to get a first down at about the 39-yard line, right at the 40.
I'll tell you what you want as a running back right there. You want to look up, and the first guy that you see as a running back is number 55, Evan Holman, out in front of you. And you can see by this replay, he's coming right down into your screen, and that's not what you want to see as a defender. But if you're a running back, that's exactly, man, what a
great,
appreciate Texar, but what a great video right there of the action that goes on down on the field.
Running it again. Looks like a nice power, going to be it gets about 2 yards.
Yeah.
It's almost like a convoy of those blockers coming through there, and you just ride right behind them.
You don't want to be that cornerback out there at half their weight, half their size, and seeing that come in. But looks like that is going to be, we'll stay here until it's over, but Coach Stanford calls them over and says no more plays in the third quarter, and it's under 20 seconds now, and the Tigers are going to hold a 45-7 lead, and we will take a break with them. And after the third quarter is over and we get back for fourth quarter, I'm going to ask you a little bit about the fishing team at Texas High.
Fishing team got rolling here.
So I tease that, and we will be right back after these messages.
Merry Christmas.
All right, we're back, and Worth's back. He's going to pull out and hit Sanders Wiggins. Sanders gets ahead of
great
steam.
block.
Oh, it's going to be a crackback block, and they're going to get some flags. Tell us a little bit about what's going on at Texas High right now.
Oh, well, it's been an exciting week at Texas High and across the district. Texas High is a fishing team now. Someone made a comment to me, I wish we'd have had one of those when I was in high school. I might have went to class more is what somebody told me. But no, the fishing team just got going. Went last week. Coach Keith Jones is a sponsor of that. He's one of our teachers at Texas High and one of our basketball coaches, and took four different teams up there with students. They won the tournament. Nice. Every team placed throughout the tournament. I think there were 144 teams there, and Texas High, I think, brought 4, and again won the tournament overall.
Sounds like we need to do a fish fry now.
Well, yeah, I don't know if they let you keep those keep those fish. It'd be nice, but
catch and release.
It's bass fishing. I did tell Coach Jones, I said, when you want to go crappie fishing, call me and I'll go with you. But no, it was a great experience. The kids are really excited about it. Something that's really getting going. It's getting going across the state, but it's nice to see Texas High with one. But other things in the district, again, we had the groundbreaking for Parks Elementary yesterday. This week also, our high school Stuco put on a Pink Out Week, just bringing awareness for cancer in the area. All of the campuses participated in it. Lots of enthusiasm there. You look at our student section tonight, and then our drill team, our high steppers are all wearing pink in support of that. So Susan Waldrop and our Texas High Student Council do a great job there.
Fabulous job.
Just really setting the tone. We had a distinguished alumni luncheon today, and those students facilitated the event. Oh, cool. So it's always something's going on with those students, and they're just helping us out.
Big arm from Worth all the way up. What a catch. Oh, my gosh. You got to be kidding me. Shavante Montgomery, sophomore wide receiver. Touchdown, Tigers. And the whole team is going to mob him. Someone just got mossed.
Yeah, that was a Randy Moss. I hope we can get that on ESPN Game Day this week, because that was a great catch.
Watch right here on this replay. Worth is going to get hit, stays in there, shows his big arm that he shows on the mound. Someone got mossed, someone got tossed, and now Shavante gets 6.
Have you been practicing that all week?
No, I hadn't, but it made the hair stand up on my arms.
That's pretty good.
Man.
Maybe we need to put you on ESPN Game Day.
Hey, I'm in. Sign me up, Morgan.
Now you can't wear your Razorback stuff. You can't be a homer on the shows.
Never mind.
You got to be neutral. So
snap.
But extra points blocked and recovered by
Worth.
So
it's okay.
But again, what a catch! Great catch again, and then just muscles his way in the end zone as he gets another 5 or 6 yards after the one-handed catch. And great job, Worth standing there staring down the barrel as that guy has him dead in his sights, and stands there and makes a throw for a huge touchdown, and just really brings this crowd back to life. So, and again, it may be 52-7, but there's a lot of energy still in this stadium.
I'll tell you what, there's a lot of energy up here in this booth on a play like that. Jeremy talks about me sometimes. Sometimes I want to jump through that glass.
I'm telling you, I didn't realize I'm getting the Billy Lavender experience tonight. I'm kind of I'm working further and further over here with the Tiger Vision crew.
Well, Todd, we appreciate you coming in with us, and, man, you're welcome up here anytime, and we always learn a lot more about Texas High when you're up here, and we appreciate everything you do, and, man, you got any parting words?
Well, no, I think I'll be back in a few minutes because Jeremy wants to talk wrestling, so we're going to have that going on.
Y'all will definitely have that.
We have our monthly, weekly, whatever. We have our I think our fans expect that, so we'll have a little wrestling trivia here in just a little bit.
Why don't y'all do that while we're on defense right here? And I'm going to turn it over right now to Jeremy and Todd for your pleasure.
I hope we don't lose people on that. Are we at break? Oh, we're not.
No,
okay,
we're live.
We're still live.
Hey, when I got back, we have scored half 100. So that is a good thing. The good thing is we do have our weekly, when we get into a blowout situation like that, we like to keep our viewers engaged.
Well, I want to talk about this nice polo you have on. People were talking about that on the second floor. It's like, have you seen Coach Harrell with his polo, his new polo tonight?
It's all about who you know.
Well,
and so when you know certain people, just like you in this Texarkana game day
Oh,
deal.
my gosh.
When you see got this good white trim right here, I'm trying to look backwards on the camera. Anyway, yeah, Coach Stanford hooked me up today. I told him if he didn't hook me up with some gear, he's going to the bottom of my work order list at work. So he likes to keep me stocked up so I can always take care of him as far as all the things that he needs done on a day-to-day basis.
Well, this is one of those things they gave us. Like we need somebody to have one of these, so we gave you one and wear it. So it was one of the first edition from Game Day when it first started.
Hey, speaking of, we had the groundbreaking ceremony at the old Pine Street. We were talking about Mr. Moore, the legend there. Mr. Moore was a legend, no doubt. And what he could do is swing a paddle. I've been on the receiving end of a number of paddlings from Mr. Moore, Mr. Lively, and Mr. Brooks, our school board president. He used to wear me out as well, so it was a trifecta. I spent a lot of good time in their offices.
So really, you've done a great job. You went through. We have a board president that gave you a paddling, a Hall of Famer, former assistant superintendent, and then a former assistant principal at Texas High.
I went to Spring Lake Park. I was a HP Cub, Highland Park Cub. Pine Street Panther back in the day, and so it's really good to see the community coming around. We had a great turnout the other day at that event, and restoring that area, it's going to be a great school. Our school district does a really great job of always trying to move forward, and I know our community is going to like that.
Mr. Moore had his Pine Street jacket. Did you notice that? His Pine Street Panther jacket.
Pine Street Panther jacket.
So it made it appear. He mentioned that he might break it out, and he did. So. There's
almost an interception. What number was that? 23. That is our man Carter Walker. It's a little far and a little kind of hard for me to see from up here. KT Thomas is logged in, the former Texas High Tiger defensive lineman.
Just scores in the area right now. We've got across town the Pleasant Grove Hawks are leading the Liberty Isle Leopards 28-21 in the third quarter. The Hooks Hornets are on top of the Redwater Dragons 76-0 currently. Scores of interest around our district. White House is up on Mount Pleasant 35-7. Marshall was off this week.
Hooks might get assault charges pressed on him against Redwater. Lord have mercy, 70-0. I don't know who you get mad at on that deal, the offense or the defense, but either way, that's not a good thing. I'm sure the Bowie County Sheriff's Department might be roaming around Redwater, Texas. But either way, we're coming up on 8 minutes left in the fourth, 51-7. Texas High, good showing.
No, I didn't bring our title belt tonight, so I don't know if I need to break it.
I had more comments and people that I've seen throughout since we brought the WWE Attitude Era Championship belt to the booth. That was a big hit with our people. Cody, my man Cody Reese up here, he can tell you word for word how many time champion Ric Flair is. And 16-time world heavyweight
He's the most
champion.
overrated champion there is, too.
Tell him that.
No one even knows his name. Unless you're just a true blue person. Never went to the WWF in the 80s. Oh, what a catch there by the.
Great catch.
That's going to be a fumble. Oh, recovered.
By number 3 from Jalen Brown from Nacogdoches, the 6'4", 200-pound senior.
I figured today would be a special day. Today is the late Scott Hall's birthday.
It is. Scott Hall, my favorite wrestler. My favorite wrestler, Scott Hall.
Razor Ramon, to those who may not know him by stage name.
Yeah, Razor Ramon, Scott Hall, probably one of the most underrated. Never won the big championship.
Yeah, never won the. He was always the IC guy, is what he referred himself as.
He was the bad guy.
Talk about how Bret Hart never wanted enough money so he could get more money. And he said Bret wanted the title and didn't want the money. And he wanted the money and not the title.
Absolutely. A.J. McElroy on the tackle. We're interchanging our wrestling commentary on with a good Texas High 51-7. We've talked enough football for today.
We're getting a few woo comments on here now. I guess I shouldn't. I need to get off Ric Flair. I do like Ric Flair. I just do think he's a little.
Well, you look at it like this. He's a 16-time world champion. So he's lost at 17
That's
times.
true.
So is that a plus or
a
minus? But I know something. When people hear the glass shatter, I know at Arkansas they got third down music. And on third down music, Stone Cold's glass shattering music. And I know that gets everybody fired up. When that glass shatters and Stone Cold Steve Austin's music hits, it's a pretty good deal. Touchdown by the Nacogdoches Dragons. Right now we have a slew of backups, young players that get a lot of experience right now. This is one of the main reasons I told you that I do not like coaching defense because you play such a great game defensively, then you put in some guys that probably necessarily haven't had as many reps throughout the week, or for whatever reason, a lot of younger guys, and you give up some plays here and there, and now you give up a score, and everybody's mad. So offensively, at least we can punt the ball.
So is that a true? I've always heard that rumor, and my good friend Jason Boston's watching, who I've called ball games with before, so I got to make sure I do this right, because if I don't, I'll hear about it. But is it true with defensive coaches? Like I said, it's a 51-14 game, 6 minutes until the game's over. Is that true that defensive coaches get upset when someone scores at the end of the game and kind of the shutout's out, or they score a little bit? How does your mindset work?
Well, here you
there?
go. The young ones do. The younger coaches, the first-year coach, second, third year, really the rookies that still gung-ho, let's stop everybody. Blah. And I always make fun of defensive coaches because it's just one football. Just tackle the guy with the ball. I don't know how hard that is. But anyway, so the young coaches, I say young, not like I'm old, but anyway, the younger coaches, the one that just get into the profession, they're gung-ho all the way through from first to fourth. They don't want to give up a yard. All right. So kind of yeah and kind of no. The older coaches, the guys that's been in the fire for a while, you understand the big picture. You want to play as good as defense as you can. You want to keep everything alignment football. You want to see them aligned up. You don't want to give up anything cheap, especially when you get all the some other people on the field that hadn't played as much. You just don't want to give up free plays, is what we call it. We don't want to just give up chunk yardage just because we're not aligned. But, yeah, that's why you always notice defense coaches usually never smile because they're always upset about something.
I almost didn't come on here tonight because the Rangers lost.
I'm an Astros
I know.
fan.
That's why I didn't want to
it.
come on here, because the Astros won, and I knew you were an Astros guy.
Hey, these two up here, well, Gracie didn't make it. She fell asleep. She's asleep on the table. But Rayleigh and Gracie, these are my nieces. They were at my house watching the game, cheering every time the Rangers score. And I just told them, I said, not so fast. And they Altuve hit a 3-run bomb.
Yes, in the top of the ninth with 2-0, no one out. It just – I knew I was going to – I thought if I have to go up here and face Jeremy after this game, after watching the Rangers once again rip my heart out again, along with all the other Ranger fans, after Altuve just crushes us again, I don't know if I could do it, but I did it anyway. But I knew it was hard. The Rangers are in a hole going back to Houston now, down 3-2, have a chance to clean it up, go up 3-2 in the series with momentum. I don't know. I think the Rangers bullpen is a big question mark, but we'll see what happens in Houston. Of course, Houston hasn't won a game at home yet this year neither, so we'll see.
The visiting teams won every one of them, right?
That's right.
Yeah. So hopefully the Astros can go ahead, and I want the Rangers to win the next game so we can clinch it on 7. We got number 91, the receiver, Sam Ross, the senior, on the field. Sam Ross was a team captain a few games ago. Sam Ross is one of my favorite people. We always excited to see my man Sam Ross, number 91, out here split out on the 10-yard line, out here on the arrow at X, get him some game time on senior night. So we're super excited to see my man Sam Ross out on the field. He's on the line. He points at the official, make sure he's set on the line of scrimmage. He's running a really good job. If we'd have threw Sam Ross the ball, he'd have scored right there. We got to get Coach Toon to get my man Sam Ross involved.
He was a good release on the outside there, and he was.
Absolutely. Coach Elliott's got him lined back up. 6 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. 51-14 is the score.
We've got the tuba song going over there on the student section. This place was rocking again, even though, again, with a huge Tiger lead, clock's winding down, and we're still just bringing it over here in Tiger Stadium.
So handoff right there to number 34, Keelan Nash, for a gain of 1.
Keelan, since he's been in, he's done a really good job. He's got a real low center of gravity, and he's getting positive yards. Even again, he was hitting the backfield there and still was able to get another half a yard.
I noticed earlier in the year when he got in, he fumbled early, and it's good to see him, Coach Stanford, putting him back on the field and letting him make plays, and he's done a good job with ball security since he's been back in the last few games. Right now, Worth McMillan's going to call for the ball. We're going to run a counter play. Really good play right there. Good kick and good insert right there. Got to give my man Tucker Joe Nichols some a shout out. Offensive lineman. Tell them we'll have Tucker Joe, number 71, Hayden Smith, Ben Maxey, Logan Sticks Parsons. My man Sticks, I'm a creator of all nicknames.
I can tell.
Yeah, Logan Sticks. I call him Sticks because he's about 6'5" and he don't weigh. He needs ranch dressing with everything he eats.
He's ranch dressing.
He needs it because he's so skinny. I call him Sticks.
Not many people like Coach Harold that can come up just a nickname off the cuff like that.
Yeah.
Just got a name for everyone. Guess you call somebody that's 6'5", call him Tiny.
Yeah. Hey, my brother James was 6'8", about 550 pounds. I called him Tiny all the time. That was his name, Big Tiny. I call him Big Tiny.
Big Tiny.
Big Tiny.
There you go. Slim.
Yeah, no. Big Tiny. He went to school with Billy at Arkansas High.
You know, I was telling Billy a minute ago, he started when he was doing his audition for ESPN College Game Day over here. I said, you can't wear red every week. You can wear it some, but not every week. And I don't know, that might have he probably would have rescinded his application after that comment. So.
Tell him I know the touchdown call that Billy does will ring through the Rose Hill community here for at least 2 more hours after the game.
I'm telling you, I think it is Halloween, and when he yelled that a minute ago, I didn't have a headset on. I was just over there visiting. It scared me to death. I thought, wow, well, I knew Halloween was in a couple of weeks, but I didn't know we were celebrating it early tonight in the press box, but it really gave me a heart attack. So now I'm prepared.
Really good run. Good run right there. We'll get a first down to keep the clock running. And I will give time to give a shout-out to our bass fishing team. I was talking to Cody Reese and all my offensive linemen about catching them bass on them frogs. Now, I'm a real big frog fisherman. I mean, when them bass hit that frog, you just can't pull it right away. You got to give it a 1,001 count. You got to set with it before you set that hook on it. And shout out to our bass fishing team at Lake Fork, the land of the giants.
It is a great place to go. I was actually thinking about you when we won that. I was thinking, I bet Coach Harold's probably fishing today too.
Hey, I have a terrible story about Lake Fork. It's the poster trophy bass lake of Texas, right? And me and my dad fished a tournament there one time. I caught about a 6.5 pound bass in a tournament, and I'm excited. Dad's like, you got to throw it back. I'm like, what are you talking about? I didn't realize this, but there is a slot limit on that lake. So anything over, I believe it's 14 inches and under 24 inches, you got to throw it back. And so I was stretching that tail, and it was 23.5 inches. I had to throw it a 6-pounder in a tournament. I had to throw it back. And I said, well, this is the last time I'm coming to Lake Fork.
So I didn't realize the slot applied to a tournament. I thought you keep those fish as long as you want.
At those slot lakes, they're called over and unders. You only can weigh the ones over or under unless it's a designated type deal where you can weigh them on the site and release them.
You weren't one of those guys that put a bunch of weights in their belly.
No,
like those guys from Minnesota.
Well, I couldn't even catch them to put them in there. I don't even have enough string on my pole to get that as deep as that lake fish is right now.
Well, I'm gonna get off and let Billy finish this up.
All right. Always good to have you, my man. We'll welcome back the Tiger King himself.
We got to give, we talk about all kinds of shout-outs, but, man, our crew, Game Day Director Zach Doty, Tech Director David Mayo, Tight Camera Victoria Dean. I'll wait till after this play is over. Another big run, maybe got us a first down. Wide camera, Bree Burns. Sideline live shot, Lil Sanchez. Highlights by Ashley Davis. Engineering, Aaron the Wizard Jennings. And replay, Ben Mayo. And our all-time NAP coordinator in these big games, Mr. A. He goes by NAP coordinator because we were snoozing in the second half with the Tigers with this big lead. Look at there, Sam Ross getting him another play right there. They're going to line up. I think they're going to line up in victory formation and get the man Sam Ross back there, because here's what happens. If the quarterback were to fumble it or anything, they want Sam back there to make the tackle. He's got him a little speed. And there it goes. Look at there. Sam says, put your knee on the ground, Worth. And the Tigers, It goes down under 15 seconds, and they're lining up on the 50. Jeremy, huge senior night for the Tigers. Sam Ross takes the team off the field, and it's another victory for the Tigers, remain undefeated. And how many have we won?
I think it's around 8.
Well, just tell me this. How many have we played?
I think it was around 8.
Around 8. So we'll say it's at least 8-0.
So we ain't lost yet. So however many we played in 0.
There you go. And another huge night at Tiger Stadium at Grimm Park. And the Tigers put on a show for us. And they put 20 minutes up on the clock, Jeremy. But we're going to try to get out of here early. And I'm going to go put up all that other stuff. And, man, it was a great time on the air with you. We appreciate all of the crew. And as the Tigers leave here tonight, everybody, we hope they drive home safely. And I got to leave at 4:30 in the morning for Fayette Nam. Go watch my Hogs win a game.
Hey, hopefully they can win. They're running out of opportunities to try. I told you if they lost A&M, I ain't watching them no more.
Okay, well, you don't
I
watch
watched them a little bit against LSU, and they lost that one, so I'm done.
I'll be up in God's country tomorrow morning. But for Jeremy Harrell, I'm Billy Lavender saying see you next time. Go Tigers.